Anyway, welcome to the finale, part one, the witching hour. So let's just hope we don't have the technical issue again, because the way I solved it, like off stream, was the fact that I had to delete the entire game and re-download it. So when I went back, right, and checked it out, I realized that that was the solution. The problem, it took 2 hours to re-download, so let's hope I don't have to do that again. Anyway, I awakened to the sound of Hisui's voice. After everything that happened, I returned to the mansion, where I must hold up in my room until I fell asleep. A splintering pain emanates from my eyeballs towards the back of my skull, promoting a sigh. That's fine though, nothing unusual here. I take my glasses from the bedside spot.
四季様、どこかご
Master
気分が
Shiki,
優れないのですか？
are you feeling unwell?
別に何もないよ。おはよう、翡翠。
I'm fine, really. Morning, Hisui. I gave an offhand reply and forced myself up. It's somewhat surprising the way I go through the motions. My body autopilots even though I don't have an appetite.
朝食だろ。大丈夫。すぐに行くから。
Time for breakfast, right? Don't worry, I'll be down in a sec.
はい。それではお待ちしております。
Understood. I shall wait for your arrival then. Hisui's expression betrays a desire to say more, but she quietly leaves the room. I take a look at my phone. No new messages. It's Monday. Considering I returned Saturday night, that means I must spend all my Sunday in bed. It's hard to believe, but I guess the fatigue of the past few days finally caught up with me. That happened to me once in my life. It was very awkward. I woke up to dinner. By dinner, I mean breakfast for dinner. It was super weird. And then I had to go back to sleep again because my parents were tired. I'm like, huh? Huh? Why do I have to sleep again? And they're like, no, it's not 6 a.m. It's 6 p.m. I was like, huh? Anyway, I changed into my school uniform and head to the dining room. Also, they left me home by myself. And before you say anything, it was a weekend. So I understand now as an adult, but as a kid, that shit was really, really scary. I was like, no. And back then, I didn't have a phone either. So it's like, what do I do? And before you say anything, I don't think I didn't know my parents' number, so I was just cooked. I finished breakfast. I dropped by the parlor. As usual, Aki and Kahaku are already
お
inside.
はよう。
Ohayo gozaimasu. I sit down on the sofa and absentmindedly stared at the clock.
兄さん、その早起きなのはいいことですが、今日は学校があると分かってますよね。
Shiki, it's good to see you're up so early, but you realize you have school today, I trust.
ん
Huh?
ああ、そっか。
Alright.
学校には行かないといけないよな。
Gotta go to school, don't I? That absolutely slipped my mind. With nothing left to do, I fully prepared to keep going as an empty shell.
俺には俺の生活があるもんな。何もやることがないなら、とりあえず学校に行くよ。
I have a life of my own. Might as well go to school if there's nothing else.
兄さん、
Shiki! Akia shoots me a suspicious look. My mind isn't present enough to think of an excuse or explanation. So we just get up and leave. Wait, I was joking! In the end, I leave the mansion without saying another word. I was joking! Shiki, go back! You're making everybody worried about you, bro! I don't think this is healthy. Then again, it's like post-breakup depression, so understandable. Nothing strange or exciting happens. I can't say how many classes I had today. All I know is I'm sitting here, digesting the lecture without aim or purpose. Chalk clanks rhythmically against the blackboard. My right hand copies the equation and formula scrawled on the blackboard into a notebook. Has anyone ever looked at their high school notebook after graduating? I threw mine away, I think, at least most of them. Unbited, I glance out the window at the schoolyard. It feels like I've done this before. Of course, there's no one outside. Ah, yes. Let me mull over my life decisions in this one frame. It's a beautiful frame. Anyway, what am I doing? Why am I attending classes like a good little boy at a time like this? Why am I returning to my regular life without even bothering to look for her? It's pointless to wonder. I wouldn't have any way to look for her, even if I'm tired. She chose to disappear. There's no chance of me finding her again if she doesn't want me to. Which is why I'm certain. This time, I lost Akia for good. I mean, Arcueid. I was Arcueid, the A names, no! A snapping sound arises from above my neck. Desk. It's nothing to be concerned about. I just gripped my mechanical pencil too hard. I snapped up. That's a lot of stress. I can't think of anyone that gripped a pencil so hard that it broke, especially mechanical ones. You actually have to go out your way, right, to break them. Or you have a lot of grip strength. Anyway, the class ends. And the ding of chatter spreads over the door. I only remain silently seated, as though class is never finished.
Tono, ちょっと来てください.
Dono, could you come here for a second? The physics teacher calls out to me.
はい。何ですか?
Yes, what is it? I moved to the front of the classroom.
ちょっとした確認です。最近、夜遅くに繁華街の方で君を見かけたという報告が届いていまして、
I need to
覚えは
ask
あり
you
ますか?
something. There's been word that someone saw you wandering the city last night. Does that ring any bells? Shiki! Lie!
あります。ここ数日、深夜の街に用があり
God
ましたか
fucking damn it. God It does. There were some errands I needed to run.
おっと、本当でしたか。
Ah, so it was you. I don't like the way he said that. And Shiki, you should have just fucking lied. The physics teacher's dawn a troubled expression and gives me an apologetic nod.
遠野が夜遊びする生徒でないことは知っていますが、職員会議で
This feels like a textbook conversation. Hold on, I have to take off my glasses for a second. Blind, but they need cleaning. Note to self, get this show up later. Anyway, looks like I know. Look, I know you're not the type of student that stays out late just to get into trouble, but it got brought up during a staff meeting. The student counselors say they want to have a talk.
そういったわけだから、放課後は茶道室に行くように。
That being, could you go to the tea ceremony room after classes are over? Do student counselors not have an office? They have one in my high school, which was insane because it was basically just a fucking office building converted into a school. I know what I said and I am correct. Anyway, message relayed. The teacher leaves the room with a nod. I don't know, this... Also, there was a tea ceremony room? I don't remember this. Class is finished for the day. I popped into the tea ceremony room. I find it totally empty. The school doesn't have a dedicated counseling room. Figured. Weird. I mean, I don't have we didn't have a dedicated gym, so like I can't be bitching and moaning. Usually the counselors will use the faculty room or an empty classroom or an unused club room, like they're supposedly doing today. I think the tea ceremony club was disbanded a long time ago. That sort of thing just isn't popular these days and age. Kneeling down on the tamaki mat, I wait for someone to arrive. Nah. I bit my lip. There's no time for this. Yet, I don't have another choice. Damn you, social obligations! Our greatest enemy. With clubs suspended and classes Being let out early, the school is growing quieter by the second. This is seriously pissing me off. Here I am, sitting on my ass, and what for? My own uselessness is making me seethe. But I got no way to vent, so I sit here like some empty husk, doing whatever I'm told.
何やってるんだろ
What the hell am I doing? There's no answer. Tucked away in an empty club room, irritation grinds away at my chest as I await the coming of night. Wait, how? Okay, I kind of just read that empty-headed. Wait, Shiki, how long are you waiting for? Talk. With the resilient click, the second hand proclaims the coming of 6 o'clock. Shiki? What the fuck? Nobody ever showed up. The school closes at 4. The teacher's supposed to leave by 5. I would have left by 5. Motherfucker, what are you doing here? You really are on autopilot. That's my only response to this. Look, I've been a delinquent once or twice in my life. And if the teacher didn't show up, I will just leave. I do not give a fuck. They forgot about me, huh? It crosses my mind. That may be a good thing. If anything, it gives me an excuse not to return to the mansion yet. If not, I don't want to return. I just can't. Not yet. He misses his waifu. I relax my posture and get to my feet. The tea ceremony isn't half bad. The lonesome silence helped me come to my senses a bit. It gave me plenty of time to think about what to do and what to prioritize. I'm going to... Okay. He does not want to go there. That's stupid. So, it's just one. Because he kept talking about it. Arcueid. I love Arcueid too. I can't blame Shiki. Anyway, look for Arcueid. No matter how impossible it may be, I can't think of anything else. I'll keep searching until I find her. I won't let her condemn herself into being alone again. This isn't how it ends. Here we go. My mind is made up. The next move is clear. I have to get to the city and track her down, whatever means necessary. Hold on, I need necessities. Oh shit, it is dark. I will not want to be... Oh yeah, everyone left. There's no lights. Ugh. School is unsettling as fuck. Anyway, my feet treads through the empty hallways. It looks like a prison! Anyway, school is bathed in flame red glow of the setting sun. They say the sun sets quickly in autumn. Which is true! I think that's just because of the time dilation stuff. Where time moves faster in like autumn and winter, and time extends more. I don't remember the proper words. I swear there's proper words. Anyway, in less than a few minutes, the world will change. Night will fall. The sky above has already grown dark. Black meets red at the horizon. Day and night, intermingled, I find myself floating in a moment of vague twilight. Glancing up at the evening sky, I notice something unexpected. The moon is already out. A flawless, round face watches me on high. The sight makes me forget myself for a bit. The silver moon, its delicate edges curve into the surface of a beautiful, pristine, all blown glass. A vision so pure, so pale, so vivid, it feels like it might come crashing down on me at any moment. Does he know? I feel like that was a Colonel Phantasm joke, where Arcueid just yeeted the moon at him, or threatened to, at least. I feel like I saw the same moon as a child. Its deep, dark dream. Throb. A sharp pain erupts from my scar on my chest. Thump. My heartbeat explodes. Blood vessels throughout my body dilates as my breathing turns erratic. Throb. Bringing a hand to my chest. I found my uniform has been dyed a crimson color. The wound has opened up. It's bleeding. Thump. He is wheezing hard. It's hard to breathe. A terrible chill runs across my back, like a sheet of ice against the skin. The shaking is painful, so painful it feels like my spine might be rattled its way through my flesh. That is a disturbing sight to think about. Throb, thump, throb, thump, thud. A dull sound mixed itself with the frantic beating of my heart. Good old-fashioned Natsuisms. If you know, you know.
Oh,
Ah, someone is coming. From the other end of the hallway, a figure cast a long shadow across the floor. Their even determined footsteps echoed through the building. I had a bad feeling about this. It's different from Flob. I could feel the danger whip through the air like a raging wind. This time, a latent fear, born and rational rather than external, makes my entire body pulse. Pain flashes through my skull. This agony, this sense of impending doom, they aimed at me. On a private level, I know that I, Shikitono, shouldn't lay eyes on this figure. I freeze in place. It's already too late to escape. I can't show my back to this thing if I want to live. Through labor breaths, I removed my glasses. I unsheathed the knife, hidden in my pocket. I'm not gonna lie. The death lines, the setting, the ominous figure, fucking scary. Like, looking back, I'm like, ugh, I don't want to be here type of shit. The shadow approaches menacingly. It's a tall man. There are shockingly few lines crawling across his body, and the ones I can see are hard to make out. But in exchange, the pulsing point at the center of his chest seems to scream. Thump, thump. It beats like a heart, pulsating with proud immortality. My own heart beats in turn. My breath catches in my throat. So many questions crisscross through my mind. I don't know this person, yet I have the inescapable feeling that he resembles somebody. So, like, is Ro? I just spoiled it. So, like, I never understood this power. Like, no one fucking explains that this dude can just cloak himself, and that still confuses me to this day. Yeah, he just does it. So, fans, we need to get on this. No one talks about this. Somebody elaborate. Is this magic? I feel like this is just, well, not magecraft. I hate terminology. Anyway, the footsteps grow even louder. He's coming closer. Soon, I'll be able to get a clear look at his face. My heartbeat harmonized by his steps. Who does he remind me of? Who does he remind me of? Who does he remind me of? Who have I forgotten? As to match me, the man stops in his tracks. He's still far away. The red of the setting sun obscures his features, but I do see a glimmer in his eyes, observing me like a snake poised to strike.
私が思うに 人間の一生は主題のない本のようだ。
In my humble opinion, humans' lives are like books without a thesis. A scrutinous voice resonates through the hall. No! No, this is the bad guy's thoughts and feelings. This is the cave! It's the cave! God damn it, Star Rail. Anyway, even though it's calm, gentle, even it sends a chill up my spine. He's just like us! No! It's more than chilling. Never before have I heard a voice revolting enough to make me want to hurl. What?
本は片手につかめるほど小さく、
Books are small enough to be grasped with a single hand.
紙は年月にかすむほど脆い。
The pages grow brittle with age.
水に濡れる、火に炙られる、自らの手で切り捨てる。
In water they fade, in flame they burn, in one hands they made to be torn asunder.
過去の出来事など常改ざんされる幻想だ。
Records of the past are but illusion, altered in predenium.
しかるに
And yet, I ready my knife, lowering myself into a crouch. I estimate the distance between us. Instincts insist there's no time for thought or hesitation, but reason stubbornly pushes back. For a fraction of a moment, I hesitated to kill.
君という個人もまた不出来なテクストに過ぎない。
You're much the same, little more than a botched text.
人生はあまりにも曖昧だ。
Life is fleeting, vague.
その自覚は
Are you conscious of this? Cheeky Tono. Oh no. We're getting jumped. I burst through the dam, holding me back. Anxious that I lost my chance, I dashed forward with all the speed I could muster. Never before seen display of physiology. In a single breath, I had closed the 10 meters before us and cut his lines. Bruh, T-posed on us! Oh no! I was right! It was already too late! We got... If I close the distance in a single breath, he slipped behind me in a blink of an eye. I hate Lictious. I hate this nigga. I hate this motherfucker so much. I feel so disrespected! I'm too slow. He strikes at my hand and robs me of my knife. These glowing blue eyes scan my body, drinking in the lines that cross my flesh. It's as if I alone am stuck in slow motion, the corners of his lips drawn into an amused grin.
残念だった。
Sorry to be the bearer of bad
死
news,
を見るのは何もお前だけの特権じゃ。
but the power to see death isn't a privilege reserved exclusively for you. He turns my life against me and stabs it downward. My mind freezes. My brain follows soon after. The rest of my body recoils in pain of a time where this exact same thing happened before. Ah! The sound of metal tearing flesh. White steel sliced through my chest as if it was paper. Oh shit! We got humbled. Ah! Ah! There goes my leg. Sorry, I hit my leg. Ah! My leg! I collapsed. All the strength leaves my body, and I fall towards the floor. In that moment, I finally get a look at his face of the man above me. Ugh. My vision goes dark. I don't know his face. And yet I remember this flowing stream of blood. How could I forget? He's the boy from the summer day. The one who drenched in blood. Now all grown up. I hit the floor. Strangely, though, I sense neither pain nor spilling of blood. The knife is still protruding from my chest. My temperature drops, my consciousness fades, and little by little, my body begins to lose
お
itself.
前が殺された狩り、確かに返却した。もはや思い残すこともない。
Your debt is repaid. A death for a death. Nothing else is holding you here.
噴書の時だ。塔の式。
The time has come to burn your book, Child of the Seasons, Shiki Tono. Wait, the way he wrote that Shiki was different. He casts his words into the void. Like this, like I said, this makes more sense in Japanese. In English, it just looks really silly. Like, we literally have to run on the font to just understand it differentially. You can get it in context, but still. Anyway, the man casts his world into a void. Damn. How could I forget for so long? 7 years ago, we played in the Tono Mansion. Me, Akia, and one other child. We always together. Even when Akia and I would play, I meet up with him before we went and got her. So how could I forget his name? Ugh. That was a different voice, hold on.
そうだよ、式。本当に久しぶりだ。
That's right. Oh, beloved Shiki. Long time no see.
まあ、いささか遅すぎたようだね。
Though, your recollection comes a moment too late.
この体の持ち主、塔の式はたった今消え去った。
Damn.
君への復讐
Damn.
が
It
完遂し
now I feel sad. The Shiki Tonos who own this body has just vanished. His vengeance. I expected. There was no reason to remain. The man speaks, the man whose names sound like mine. Shiki Tono. Shiki, Akia. Shiki, Akia, Shiki. Damn, he was bullying y'all in games. Anyway, the markings we call are written by 3 different hands. Your...
そうだ。私が君の目的だ。
That's right. I'm the one you've been hunting.
この肉体に転生した吸血鬼、姫君の敵対者。
The vampire reborn into this flesh. The princess Nemesis. His tattoo's gone now.
今夜限りの夢。
Though, after tonight, I wear that name no longer. He's getting a divorce, huh? The man tone is light, yet cruel. Something about him is far viler than Blob. Through my fading consciousness, I realize who this is. To be fair, I hate body snatchers. It's just it's just a horror. It's like a different level of ugh. Anyway, it's Arcueid's nemesis, Roa.
さて、そのナイフはもらっておこうか。
Now then, shall I take this knife? Whoop.
じきに消え去る君には不必要なものだろう。
One so close to death has no use for such a thing. Row of fingers reach the knife. They furl around the handle, ready to unsheath it from my chest. The second he does, I'll die. There's nothing I can do about it. I have the energy to shut my eyes, let alone move my body. He's gone. Just like that, Roa's body disappeared from sight. In the same instant, a figure clad in a nun's habit appears. With shattering glass, she came tumbling through the 3rd floor window. No what? Ah, let's go! Sal Senpai! Nice.
数秘門による来帝ですか。
calling forth lightning through numenology. Are you?
どうやら完全に入れ替わったようですね、ロア。
It seems you assume full control, Roa. Ciel! That's Ciel from my school. As if to protect me, as someone should been long ago now stands before the vampire. Two of them are evenly matched, but that's only as long as the sun is still up. A moment passes, then Roar burst into a magnetic laugh, as if struck with a sudden realization. Oh, he's having a joy. You know, he kind of reminds me of somebody. That face reminds me of somebody. Not as an insult, like a completely different character. I'm thinking Yuha Botch if he fucking shaved. Does this make any sense? I haven't anticipated this shrewd. To think such a case may arise.
それでこそだ。800年繰り返しての転生だ。一度や二度の特例がようやく発生したわけか。
Splendid. I had to expect it no less. After 800 years of reincarnation, an exception has arisen at last. Roa continues his rambunctious laughter, but Cell simply glares at the vampire in disgust.
どうした？私を殺すためにやってきたのだろう。
What's wrong? Aren't you healed to kill me?
それともない。やはり抜け殻には何もできないと。
Or is that too much to ask for a cast-off husk? Cell doesn't answer. You don't need to, you're best girl, let's go! Instead, she turns her gaze to me and pulls my fallen body off the ground. Oh my god, you're amazing. Holy shit. You're a bigger person than me, Cell. Oh, you value the imposter more than severing the ill-fated bond we share. Why is he so pissed? Ah! Who did that? Of course it was Buster. Of course. So, ah! Oh, wait. There we go. I have given Shiki Kono a taste of his own medicine. You jumped me with emotes, that's what you did. Anyway, no maltreatment of one whose death lines have been severed. Even the princess had to expend 800 years of her life to revive. A mere mortal could never hope to escape death. Who's gonna tell him? Who's gonna tell him? A voice of pure derision fills my brain. Cell bites her lips to force back a resentment which seems to rage within her. Though she clearly wants to unleash her fury, she does hold back. It's obvious why. She's restraining herself to protect me. Ah, yeah, we're aware. Hey, congrats on finishing your reincarnation. Been waiting for a long time for this. Good to finally meet ya, Valvignon. A child's voice rings out from Cell's chest. Is that Mario speaking through a microphone? And who are you to be speaking to me so plainly? I'm the acting prelate appointed to this city. The name's Mario Getio Biestion. Does it ring bells, Snake Man? Bestion, you are one of Laurentus's bastard children, then. I'm surprised he's still alive. Things seem... Things seem to have grown rather amusing for you.
ああ、おかげさまでな。じいさんは今も正気じゃねえよ。
Yeah, yeah, thanks to you, the old man's still insane.
で、どうなんだ？てめえ完全にバルダムヨンか。
So tell me, is this the 100% Valvignon I'm talking to?
転生は成功したんだろうな。まだだったら遠慮はいらねえ。あと7日は教会からの支援は止めておくから、さっさと目を覚ましてきな。
Your reincarnation was a success, yeah? If you need more time, then just say the word. I'll hold off the church for another 7 days. But you need to wake up by then.
改めなさい、司祭代行。それは教会への背信行為です。
Reconsider the words, acting prelate. Such an offer considered treason in the eyes of the church.
ほざけ。てめえに言われたくはねえよ、シエル。
Fuck off. I don't take orders from you, Cell.
つうか安心しろ。使徒は例外なくぶっ殺す。その前に拾っておかなきゃならねえお宝があってな。ジジイの密命といえば、お利口な。
Gotcha. Give me a sec. Thanks for that. Anyway, just relax. We're still going to kill the dead apostle by the end of this shit. But let's not ignore the treasure trove at her feet before we do so, huh? Think of it as a special order from the old man.
で、どうなんだ赤ちゃん。
Still got pissy.
今回は
Nah, that's fair, that's fair. Now, Serpent of Akasha. Did you remember it this time? Where lies the path to deliverance?
不老不死が必要なほど老いたのか、ラウレンティス。
Laurentis has grown old enough to desire immortality?
私は確かに書き残したはずだ。
I do believe I left a word of warning.
人のままでは完全な不老不死は実現しないと。
No method exists for a human to attain perfect immortality.
私の書庫を漁った盗人でこの忠告を受け入れなかったのは自業自得というほかない。
If the thieves rifled through my library failed to heed my advice, it's only right they reap the consequences of their hubris.
選ぶってんじゃねえよ。要は未完成のまま放置したってことじゃねえか。
Don't act so high and mighty. You left the research unfinished.
じゃああれか。ジジイが望むような不老不死は存在しないと。
But are you saying the kind of immortality the old man's looking for doesn't exist?
私の研究は魂の分野に切り替わった。
Unfortunately, I switched focus on my research to the soul. Wait, like true magic?
肉体に関
I remember
それ
the Earless Fields was trying to,
理論だけで
like, their whole thing was about the soul and alchemy. And one of the true magics of this world, I think the third was about the soul, which interesting. So Roa completed what they wanted in a weird, twisted sense. Magic is complicated. Okay, I'm gonna zone that out for a sec. The study of the flesh was merely a passion project, one at which I, wholly inept, I never did manage to advance theory into
そ
practice.
んな不確かな儀式は魔術とは呼べない。
Such
呪い
in precious rituals cannot even be considered magecraft. They are a curse, Biestro.
つまり
Meaning?
徒労だったな。不老の解決法はない。
You know what's funny? They're talking about this now. So, hear me out, right? Hey, Angie, you remember the Sunday boss from Penacony? Yeah, I do. But yeah, what was I saying? There is a vampire, right? I 100 to 0 both phase 2 and 3 with one skill. Fuck. Oh my god. Give me your supports. Gosh darn it. But yeah, joking aside, I'm about to have a serious deep dive Tight Moon moment of there's this guy called Black Knight. He's one of Aldroge's knights, and he has immortality, correct? Like a not even like a vampire. He's so weird because he made a deal with Crimson Moon, right? Like Wawakia from Melty Blood, where as long as he's the best swordsman in the world, theoretically he cannot die. And once he beats an opponent, like a vampire, right? He will absorb them, and that will be added to his life. So theoretically, let's say he has his life and 3 other lives, so 4 lives. If you killed him once, he can expend one of his previous lives, right, that he sucked, and be like, oh, you killed him, cool, so what about the 3 others? And you're like, huh? So he's kind of like Alucard, looking back on it like that. But anyway, I'm being silly. But yeah, that was thanks to King of the Moon, Crimson Moon. Anyway, it's a full era. There's no salve to halt the ravages of time. May you enjoy a vigorous life, suffering till your demise. Also, if Sairi doesn't get emergency changes, she's gonna be the easiest skip of my life. Oh yeah, no, definitely. I need more tickets. A fearsome silence fills the room. Oops, excuse me. Mario disappointment is tangible. Even though the crackling of the microphone, the despair too, hatred, rage. You call them a curse, Valvignon. Indeed. I developed the foundation of that magecraft myself. Though, the Holy Church sons magecraft, I'm sure that has the acting relic, you must be aware of its mechanisms. Cut it out, Cell. This isn't time to finish him. We'll stomp out this shitty snake with numbers. Cell steps into the broken window frame with me still cradled in her arms. She watches me with a sly grin and makes no move to halt our escape. Very well, you may go. I'm a busy man after all. Now that I walk the earth as Roa, the princess is sure to call upon me before long. Shark teeth! I wish Arcueid has those. I miss Arcueid with shark teeth. Anyway, have much more to prepare. I might give her the warmest of welcomes. Bitch! Cell turns her back to the vampire and leaped down from the window. Despite us being 3 floors up, she makes the jump as though if it was nothing. She lands softly, departing the school without even looking back. I decided to wait for specifically Firefly and Final and save for a new super breakthrough support whenever that happens. Yeah, I kind of want to roll for Tribi now, honestly. Look, I kind of regret not rolling her now because she's a universal support now. I'm just like, Anyway, we make her escape. I stare at him through my darkening vision. Sorry. At the man who shared a name as the boy from my memories. As the vampire Roa, who rewrote a human called Shikitono because he's a bitch. He's a snaky bitch. Oxymoron, I know, but like, whatever. But yeah, no, like, what you're saying, Buster, is valid. We're at the house. Cell cuts a beeline for the Tono Mansion with me in her arms. What does she think she's doing? Doesn't she know how much trouble this will cause? Shiki! You're the one who stayed an hour behind. You stayed 2 hours behind. And then when you know the teachers were leaving, you still stayed a fucking hour behind. This is your ass on grass. Anyway, there's a knife sticking out my chest. And I'm on deaf doors. If Akia were to see me like this, she's gonna lose it. Rightfully so! Gosh. Shit. I can't make a sound. I want to tell her to stop, but simply breathing takes everything I got.
遠野くんは黙っていてください。
Stop trying to talk, Tono.
大丈夫。妹さんならきっと遠野くんを助けることができるはずです。
It'll be okay. If anyone could save you, it's your sister. Save me? I think it's a little late for that. The knife plunged deep into my chest. I can't even move my own body anymore. There's not a person on Earth who could save someone this far gone.
いいえ、できます。そうでなければ理屈が合いません。いいですか。彼女が遠野四季を助けられなければ、そもそもあなたは7年前に死んでいます。
No, she can do it. It's the only solution that makes sense. If it wasn't within her power, you would have died 7 years
だから
ago.
きっと今回もまだ間に合うはずなんです。
That's why I'm certain you'll be able to pull through this time too. I don't understand what you're saying.
もういいから黙っていてください。
Stop
これ以上
arguing and
喋
be
ると
quiet.
本当に持たないじゃないですか。
If you keep wasting your energy, we wouldn't even have a chance to try. Blam, blam, blam. Ah, heck. Wait. She scolds me with a seriousness I never seen. For some reason, I feel terrible, so I close my eyes. Well, whatever. Either way, it's getting hard to stay awake. Don't go to the light, Shiki! That's how you die faster! Wake up, motherfucker! Stay awake! No. Alright, this is the try and true moment. Day 13, Face of the Moon. You wanna function with me, game? Let's go! Yes! Yes! It's through! We're making it today, chat! Anyway, I've always been a stranger in my family. There's something I've known ever since I was young. From the time I was handed off to the Arimas. But honestly, it's been like that for much longer. It's no mystery why I felt like this. For as long as I can remember, I've been alone. There was people around me who seemed like parents, so I simply tried to put my best to be their child. Whoa! My first home was one with old tamaki mats, I think. After that, I've been taken to a massive mansion for some reason. There was a pair of siblings who were close to age to me when I moved there. We got along pretty well, I think. Though there was always a wall between me and their father. I tried. I did everything I could to fit in. I thought of him as my own parent, even though we weren't related by blood. But all of that was cut short. There was a big incident, and after that, I was taken to the hospital. No one came to visit, and my eyes changed. I was by myself to start with, and I ended up alone. Back then, I thought it would be fine if I just disappeared. Oh my god. At least until I met that magician, a beautiful as clever blue sky. That was a really long prologue, but it was awesome to hear Alco speak. That dream felt familiar somehow.
生きてる。
I'm alive? Idly, I voiced my thoughts out loud. Though I can't move a single finger, at least I can talk again. My chest is wrapped in bandages. Someone must have removed the knife. As my senses return, I slowly realize that I'm back in my room.
兄さん、気がついたんですね。
Shiki, are you awake?
アキホ。なんだ、そこにいたのか。
Akia, I didn't see you there. She's sitting beside the bed, carefully watching me over.
アキハ、お前、
Akia, you. Unable to grasp the situation, I simply stare at her. She looks away
そ
awkwardly.
の、この傷は、さ、
This wound, I can't tell her if it was inflicted by the other Shikitono, by Roa. That said, this is Akia, the one looking after me. Would you normally send someone to the hospital after being taken a knife to a chest? A real ass question. Oh my god, Shiki has a brain cell.
どうか楽にしてください。
It's fine. You don't need to force yourself.
大体の事情はあの人たちに聞きましたから。
The woman and her companions have already explained most of it.
あの人って先輩のことか。
Ah, you mean Cell-senpai? Akia nods heavily, her eyes downcast. Oof. This is bad. What does she mean, most of it? How much does she know? Am I dead? Oh no. I'm a different form of dead now, socially. I can't relax until I find out how much Cell told her.
それで、アキハ、先輩はどうしたんだ？
So, Akia, where is she now?
客間を与えましたので、そちらで休んでいるのでしょう。
I showed her to one of the guest rooms. She's resting there now.
本来ならあのような悪党。
Hey, okay, like,
屋敷に入る
shit, I don't have a mouse or anything where I could show you, but if you look down to the left of the screen and then down to the floor near the bed, like the ending of the bed, right? You see that there's just weird white stuff just scattered around. I don't know what that is. And then you can see like the same stuff on Akia's skirt, black skirt, if you look at Akia at her skirt. I never noticed this. It's weird. I don't know what this is. Anyway, normally I will not permit such a wench to enter the mansion, but I have made an exception on account of receiving your life. Oof, haha. A wench, huh? Akia is more ruthless than ever.
それより兄さん、
Let us get to the matter at hand.
その胸の傷は式に負わされたものですね。
Shiki was the one who stabbed you, was he not? It's an almost matter-of-fact tone. She probes the truth without much a moment of hesitation.
言ったでしょ。大体の事情は聞いたと。
I told you, I've been appraised of the circumstance.
もっとも、聞かなくとも兄さんの容体を見れば一目でわかることですが。
Though I couldn't surmise what happened with one look at your present state. I'm so shocked, I can't even force a sound out of my throat. She's talking as she knew about him from the start.
アキハ、お前、式のことを。
Akia, you knew about him?
ええ、知っています。私は全てを承知した上で、
Yes,
兄さんを屋敷に呼
I
び戻
did.
したんですから。
I knew everything. That's why I summoned you back to the mansion.
ちょっと待ってくれ。すべてを承知した上って、どういうことだよ、それ。
Hold on. That means you knew everything?
俺はまだ、正直整理がつかないんだ。
Give me a sec. Because my brain is still catching up.
子供の頃、俺とアキハの他にもう一人子供がいたのは確かだと思う。そうでないと辻褄が合わないからな。
I get that there must have been another kid who used to play with us. Nothing else makes sense.
けど、それを聞いたら、お前は。
But when I asked you about it before, She told me there was no third child. She was gaslight gatekeeping girl bossing.
それについては謝ります。
Allow me to apologize.
私、兄さんには嘘ばかりついていました。今回のことも、 こうなることが分かっていたのに、ずっと嘘をついてごまかしていたんです。
I told you nothing but lies. I knew this sort of thing might happen, and yet I deceived you this entire time.
じゃあ3人目の子供はいたんだな。
So there was a third child?
けどどうしてあいつは。
Then why did he disappear from the mansion 7 years ago? My memory of the time are indistinct. There's a boy my age, we played together, I recall that much. Sometimes Akia would join us. She managed to slip away from the old man's watchful eye. But the rest is a total blank. I don't know why the other child disappeared. I don't even know why I forgot his name, a name he shared with me. For whatever reason, I forgot everything.
わからない。
I don't understand.
覚えていることといえば、それは
The only thing I can remember is when I saw that in forest clearing, that hot summer day, the scene was being drifting around in the back of my mind ever since I came back to the mansion. Yeah, getting shanked does do that to a person. Akia was there, and so was I. Before was the corpse of the young boy drenched in blood. Corpse? I think back on what the vampire said. Your debt is repaid. A death for a death. That means
あの夢は
that memory.
俺は
I
ほん
killed him, didn't I? That's why he disappeared. I forgot all about this for the sake of my own convenience.
アキハ、俺は
Akia, did I?
いいえ、違います。
No,
兄さんは誰も殺してはいません。
you didn't. You didn't kill anyone.
そう思い込むよう、お父様、当のマキヒサに言いつけられたんです。
But I was ordered by father, by Makihisa, to never speak of what happened.
親父に
The old man ordered you to? Now I'm more confused than ever. Why would he have wanted to conceal the truth?
それどういうことだ。
Then tell me what's going
ア
on.
キハはすべて7年前のこともあの式のことも全部知っているのか。
Did you know about all of this? About Shiki, me, and everything that happened 7 years ago?
はい。式のことは兄さんには思い出してほしくなかった。
Yes,
できる
I
ことなら
didn't
ず
want you
っ
to
と忘れたままで
remember.
いてほしかった。
So I did whatever I could to shield you from the truth.
けどそれもおしまいですね。
But I suppose there's no longer a possibility.
初めから隠し通すことなんて無理な話だったんです。
Keeping it a secret was impossible from the start. Her smile carries a hint of self-mockery. Akia turned straight towards me.
兄さん、遠野の家が特別な血族だということはあの人たちに聞いたでしょう。
Shiki,
信じられないでしょうけど、
listen.
遠野の血は人間以外の血が混ざっているんです。
They told you that special blood runs through the Tono family veins, did they not? This might be difficult to believe, but it's true. Non-human blood is mixed in with one of the Tonos.
少なくとも私は幼い頃からお父様にそう教えられて育ってきました。
At least that's what father told me since I was a child.
もちろんそれをまっとうに信じてはいませんでした。
I didn't believe it to be true back
け
then.
れど信じざるを得ない出来事が起 起きてしまった。
But something occurred, which forced me to accept it as true.
それが7年前の兄さんが四季に殺された事故です。
Was 7 years ago when Shiki killed you.
殺されたって俺が式に
Wait, Shiki killed me? Akia nods silently, but that doesn't sound right. That should be the other way around. A death for a death, he said. If the bloodied corpse I saw in my memories was the other Shiki, doesn't that mean I'm the one who killed him?
遠野家の人間は個人差はあれど、年を取るごとに自分の中の異なる血が増えていきます。
Every individual within the Tono family
あまりいいものではないんです。
possesses this abnormal blood. It grows stronger with age, though it degrees depending on the individual.
遠野の血筋に混ざっている意志は人とは違った生存本能を持っている。人間らしい部分を理性とするのなら、意志の部分は本能、
But this isn't a
銃
good
声と
thing.
言えるものです。
Whatever species is mixed with their bloodline possesses a very different set of survival instincts. If our human side is defied by logic and reasoning, you can say the other is divine, based on pure bestial impulsions. Bleh.
それは
Bleh. Words. Akia, that's kinda...
分かってます。にわかには信じられない話でしょうから、
I know.
今は黙って聞いてください。
The truth is hard to swallow. I beg you to remain quiet until I finish explaining.
けれど、遠野の血筋のものが人として終わってしまうのは年老いてからなんです。
You see, once the tonal blood takes over, it marks the end of our existence as humans. But that generally doesn't occur until a certain age.
私の兄のように、四季のように幼年期に反転してしまう例なんて、
There hasn't been anyone who turned as young as my brother, as the other Shiki, I mean.
遠野の人間が持つ異能にはそれぞれ個人差があるそうです。外見が全く変わらない者がいれば、本当に体の形が変わってしまう者もいる。
The abilities and characteristic one's gaze upon turning differ from a person to person. There's of someone who appears exactly the same on surface, and then there's who's undergoes drastic physical
四
changes.
季は典型的な後者でした。
Shiki belonged to the latter group.
後者体の形が変わるってこと
Wait, so you're saying his body changed too?
はい。なぜ四季があんな幼さで狂ってしまったかはわかりません。
Yes, I don't know what caused him to be struck with madness at such a young age.
ただある日、何の前触れもなく反転してしまった。
But that day, without a warning, he inverted.
その時四季に襲われたのが
Okay, now I know what happened.
あなたなんです。
And when he did, it was you he attacked.
式が俺に襲いかかった
He's the one who attacked me? An uneasy feeling raises under the skin. An ache traces the contours of my scar.
その時の場所があの森の広場なんです。
We were in the forest clearing.
兄さんは四季に胸を貫かれて瀕死の状態でした。
Stabbed by Shiki, you're on a verge of death.
そこに父が駆けつけて四季を止めたんです。
Our father came running soon after. He was the one that stopped
理
Shiki.
性を失っていた四季を止めるには息の根を止めるしかない。遠野家の当主にはそうやって反転してしまった一族の者に
あー
義務があります。
Shiki has lost any semblance of sanity. When one of us inverts so drastically, the only way to end the madness is by ending their life. It is the duty of the Tono family head to carry out the act.
ですから兄さんが見た血まみれの四季というのは 父に処理された後の式ではないでしょうか。
So, the bloody boy in your memories was most likely Shiki, as you thought, but father had to dispose of him. The memory still eludes me, just out of reach. It feels like there was something else, something more important I'm forgetting about. There was one more thing. In the midst of the haze of memories, I know I took a life with my own hands. No matter what anyone says, something tells me I took a life there, in that forest.
幸い兄さんは奇跡的に一命を取り
Ah, I see what's going on. Okay, by some miracle, you clung to life. All that, the stuff I'm saying gets explained in other routes, so we'll get there eventually.
当の式は事故に巻き込まれたと
The rest is
偽
as you
証をして
remembered
病
it.
院に運ばれたんです。
You were taken to the hospital under the false pretensations of having been involved in an incident.
私が当主に決まったのはこの一件が原因です。
This is also the reason I was chosen to inherit the Tono family.
一度でも反転した者は当主には迎え入れられない。
If someone inverts even once, they can no longer serve as the head.
式は跡継ぎではなくなり、唯一父の血を継いでいる私が当主として育てられました。
And as Shiki was unfit to be heir, I assumed his role and was given, which was a given, since I was the only child still connected to father by blood. I see. So that's why Akia was saddled with the responsibility of inheriting the... Hey, hold on.
アキハ、それおかしい。だってさ、その反転してしまったのは式の方だろ。
Something's off here, Akia. The other Shiki's the one who inverted,
これ
right?
はそのまともじゃないのか。
Does that mean I'm still normal, right?
驚いた。
What a surprise.
兄さん、こんな話を信じてくれるんですか？
You actually believe this tale of mine?
あのな、お前がこんな嘘をつくわけがないし、そのこういう話には。
That's also really true. Well, yeah, you're not the kind of person that will lie about something like this. Besides, it wouldn't be the craziest thing I heard recently.
とにかく話の続きだ。アキハが当主に選ばれた理由、俺が有馬の家に預けられた理由を教えてほしい。
Shiki, you're not blood related, you dumb potato! Oh my god, she just told you! It was... You freaking potato! I still don't get it. Why are you chosen to become the head of the family while I was sent to Dorima's?
簡単です。兄
That's
さんには
simple.
どうしても遠野家を継げないわけがあった。
There was a reason why you could never inherit the title.
本当にそんなことさえ忘れてくれていたんです。
You really did forget everything, didn't
そ
you?
の蜃気楼がずっと続いてくれたらよかったのに。
How I'd love to maintain this facade forever. Shiki, you literally reminded yourself, like, before the story, that you weren't blood related to these people. I'm confused!
アキハ、
Ah! Don't Akia me! Akia yourself!
兄さんは
Oh, thank God. Tell this dum-dum, please. You're not of the tonal
た
bloodline.
だ父の気まぐれで私の兄である四季と同じ名前というだけで養子に取られた子供でした。
Father adopted you on a whim simply because he found it amusing you share a name with his biological son. What?
兄さんと私、それに四季、
You, me, and Shiki.
私たちは本当の兄弟として育てられました。
We were raised as though we were truly blood siblings.
兄さんと四季はとても仲が良くて、私も幼心に嫉妬するぐらいでした。
You and Shiki were so close.
四季
Though,
があんなことになってしまった時に、
Enough to make me a little
全てが
envious,
狂ったんです。
if I'm being honest. And yet, all of it came to a terrible end when Shiki turned.
お父様は式を内々に処理した。けれど対外的に遠野家の長男を亡くしてしまうことはできなかった。
Father dealt with the matter of Shiki in private, but for the Tonos to lose the eldest son would be disastrous.
遠野家は社会的にも地位のある家柄でしょ。
Our family's social standing and a public image to maintain.
だから軽率に跡継ぎである長男がいなくなりましたと周りには知らせられなかった。
They couldn't simply announce to the world that their eldest son, their heir, had departed this world.
そこで父は思いついたんです。
So father had an idea.
式に殺されかけた塔の式を実子として扱い、反転して人間で亡くなった式を事故で死亡した養子として扱えばいいと。
That is fucked up. He would take you, the one so close to dying, at Shiki's hand, as his own child. Meanwhile, Shiki, who inverted and no longer human, will take the role of the adopted child who died in the accident.
その時兄さんと式は入れ替わったんです。
That is the moment the two of you have switched places.
殺された側が生き残って殺した側が死んでしまった。それが兄さんと式の関係なんです。
You, the Shiki who was killed, survived, and he, the Shiki that murdered you, perished. Such is the tie that binds you.
じゃあなんだ。俺は秋葉の兄貴なんかじゃなくて遠野の人間でもなくて。
So, I'm not your real brother? I'm not even a Tono? Of course, I'm not even related to the Arimas either.
俺はどこの誰だって言うんだ。
Who the hell am I? Maxed out the Dawa cards. Yes! Oh, from the Musume game? Good for you, man.
その質問には答えられません。兄さんは式という名前をしていた子供はもうどこにもいないんです。
Sorry, but wait, hold on. Wait, no, that's not what I'm looking for. Then who the hell am I? I'm sorry. That's the question I cannot answer. There remains not a trace of who you were before.
式という子供は7年前に死んでしまった。それは命としての死ではなく存在としての
Oh,
死です。
okay. That's terrifying.
過去も家もその記憶ももうどこにも残ってはいない。
The child died 7 years ago. And I don't just mean his life. His very existence was erased. All records of your birth, your past, your family you originated from, they're gone, out of sight and memory.
兄さんが塔の式の代わりになった7年前に全部
When you became
父に処分
Shiki's
してしまいまし
replacement,
たから。
father expunged it all. Oh.
だから兄さんは有馬の家に預けられたんです。
This is also why you were sent to live with the
世
Arimas.
決定のために遠野家の長男は生きていなくてはならない。けれど本当は血がつながってはいないから後継ぎにはさせられない。
The Tono's eldest blood had to remain alive in the eyes of the world, but you also couldn't be mated to the true heir, as you are not related to us by blood.
お父様は事故で体が弱っていると理由をつけて兄さんを有馬の家に追放した。二度と遠野の家に立ち入らせないようにと。
So father used your weakness, your weakened state, followed the accident as a pretense to exile you, and command me to never permit you to enter these grounds again. There's a trembling in her voice. She drops her head and, fighting something stirring in her chest. She must feel guilty over what happened to me. But she shouldn't. I don't blame her in the slightest. Literally, you're a victim too. You're fine. In fact, I'm incredibly grateful to know that Kia cares about me so deeply. That said, there's something I need to ask her about.
ダメだ。疑問点がまだ2つもある。話を続けてくれ、アキハ。
Sorry,
物
but
事がま
I
だちゃ
can't
んと
let
解
this
決して
end
いないよ。それじゃ
while I still have questions. There's two things I have to know.
まず1つ目。まあ、こっちは別に些細な疑問というか確認なんだけど。
First off, well, this is one less of a question. Just something I want to confirm.
俺が遠野の人間じゃないのは分かった。遠野の血が普通と違うのも信じるよ。
I get that I'm not related to the tonals by blood, and I believe you when you say the tonal blood isn't
で
regular.
もそうなると俺の目の説明ができないというか。
But that leaves me without an explanation for my eyes.
実は俺も少しだけおかしな体質をしているんだけど。
My body's
これっ
weird
て
in its
たま
own
たま
way,
なのかな。
but is that just a coincidence?
わかりません。確かに父は気まぐれで養子を取るような人ではありませんでしたから。兄さんを養子に取ったのも何かしら訳があってのことだったのかもしれません。
I couldn't say I always thought of it as uncharacteristic for father to adopt a child on a whim alone. There may as well have been a deeper reason for him to choose you.
そうか。まあ、この際自分が何者かなんてことは
Got
本
it.
当にどうでもいいんだ。
Well, it hardly matters who I am at this point. I don't really care, so you shouldn't worry about it either.
そのさ、
If anything, I just feel lucky that I'm
生
alive
きて
at
るだ
all.
けでラッキーだって思うんだ。本当なら死んでいたような傷だったんだろう。ならこうしていられるだけで幸運だよ。
The wound that should have killed me, right? Fortune must be on my side. Yeah, that stuff doesn't really matter. There's something else I need to know.
2つ目の疑問。四季はどうして生きてるんだ。
The real fucking question. Yeah, so here's my second question. How the did Shiki survive?
兄さん。
Well,
おかしいだろ。あいつが生きているのは。
I mean, isn't that weird? There's no way you could have survived.
四季は遠野の血に負けて反転とやらをしたんだろう。
Shiki lost to the tonal blood inverted,
そ
right?
うして俺を殺して親父に息の根を止められた。
And the entire reason he killed me, you just told me the old man disposed of him afterwards.
ああして生きているはずがない。
So then he shouldn't be alive.
可能性があるとしたら一つだけだ。俺が一命を取り留めたようにあいつも一命を取り留めた。
There's only one possibility then. He clung to life just like I did.
もしかすると親父は息の根を止めなかったのかもしれないな。
Or I guess there's a chance the old man didn't kill him after all.
どんなに狂ってしまっても血を分けた自分の息子だ。だから殺せず人目につかないところ
Oh,
に
he's
た
just
んじゃないのか。
okay.
強引に担ぎ込まれたみたいに。
Shiki was still his flesh and blood, regardless of whatever he lost his mind. Maybe Makihisa can bring himself to kill him and transport Shiki somewhere secluded to recuperate, like he did with me in the hospital. Akia doesn't answer. The fact that she can't lie, in both her strength and her weakness. Looks like I was right on the money.
そうか。それで式がまともに戻ったら党の式として屋敷に呼び戻すつもりだったんだろうな。
I see. Knowing the old man,
ことだから
he was probably planning to have Shiki resume his role as Shiki Tono if he ever returned to his essence.
そんなこと。
That's... Ikia can't bring herself to refute it.
いいんだ。秋葉が悪いわけでもないし親父が悪いわけでもない。
Nah, I'm gonna blame the old man
父が
and
悪
call
い
it
わ
a
けじゃない
day. That's fine. It isn't your fault. We're old mans. For that of the matter. It's neither is Shiki. Y'all don't know the old man.
原因は
That's my response.
本当にたまたまなんだよ
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. You're a pure soul in this one, Shiki. It all happened through pure
た
chance.
またま運が悪くてよその国のイかれたやつが式に入っちまっただけなんだ本当に悪いものがあるとすれば
That is true.
それは
You can't blame the inversion, or at least early inversion, right, on Roa. Because fuck Roa. I'm so happy Shiki put the pieces together on his own. Anyway, look, it's all just insanely bad luck. Nobody could have predicted some nut job from who knows where would choose Shiki as his next host. If anything, there's one person to blame. Whoever did this to Shiki in the first place. Akia remained silent. Her head hung low. I guess this is where our conversation ends. To be honest, I didn't want to learn the truth about myself. Right now, I need to meet up with Arcueid as soon as I can.
ごめん少し疲れた眠るから外に出てくれないか
That's a terrible decision. You know how dumb your brother is. Anyway, sorry, I'm kind of tired. I think I need some sleep. Would you mind leaving me alone?
はい兄さんがそう言うのでしたら
Of course, if that's what you wish. Akia heads for the door.
アキハ
Akia, one question still lingers in my
何
mind.
ですか兄さん
What is it, Cheeky?
ああアキハはどうして俺をこの屋敷に呼んでくれた
Another real question.
俺は
Why did you call me back to the
本
mansion
当の兄貴じゃないのに
when I'm not even your real brother?
そんなバカなこと言わないでください
Please don't utter such nonsense.
私にとって兄さんはあなただけです今も昔も兄さんは忘れてしまっただろうけど
The Kia route's about to be extra weird. Anyway,
当のアキハにとって兄さんはあなただけなんです四季
you're my brother. That wouldn't change. You may have forgotten about our past, but we've been siblings since we were children. As far as I'm concerned, you are my only brother, Shiki. Hey, wait, no, you have. Aki is going through a lot right now. The door opens with a heavy sound. I understand if I was one of your brothers, one of your only brothers, but you said only. That you got issues. Oh no. With the Kia gone, I can finally take stock of my own situation. It's just past 10 in the evening. Only 4 hours have passed since the bastard knifed me. Knifed me. My body refuses to budge. It feels like I turned into a robot, one operated by a remote control that's since been lost. My mind is clear. I don't even feel any pain. Yet, I can't move my limbs after all. I expelled a deep breath to calm myself. I've been trying to move an entire arm and leg in a single push. I'm only setting myself up for failure. I don't want to make things work, so I gotta start smaller. I force my entire being towards the simple act of wiggling my right pinky. Ugh, that hurts? Ugh, you got messed up. Every ounce of strength is forced on that one tiny finger. Every last fraction of concentration condensed into a single point. It feels like the muscles of my body might rip themselves apart from the exertion. After a few minutes of concentration effort, I completely drenched with sweat, but I managed to twitch my little finger in the tiniest bit. Oof.
よし
Finally, with a heavy loud, heavy heave, I release the breath I've been holding. It might have been one finger, but proof that I can still move my body. It's all I need to shake the feeling that I was some helpless puppet with his string cut. Now that I remember what the sensation of touch feels like, I can force the motion of my pinky to my right finger, to the palm, my elbow, my arm, my shoulder. Bro, chill. The more my body I reclaim, the more the pain fares. The lack of pain earlier must have been due to my entire body being numb with paralysis. So to make the senses I regain control of my nerves, the pain will only grow. Here, we're gonna be stupid. A thick sweat gathers at my forehead. I feel the stabbing pains throughout my own body, but I need to persevere. If I don't regain my senses, I won't be able to leave my room. If I can't leave my room, I won't be able to head back to town to school, to the place where I can meet Arcueid again. Gah. Fighting back the nausea, I force my torso up. There, I did it. I should probably going to take everything I need just to walk there, but it's fine. It's a miracle I survived after Rose struck me at the point. Asking for more would just be tempting fate. I inspect the spot where the knife penetrated my skin. That's strange. There isn't a single point of death on my chest. Surely enough, my body processes with 2 points, but never is anywhere near the place he stabs me. Oh? I struck by a calm realization. Of course he didn't stab one of my points of death. If he had, I would have dropped dead on the spot. That is true! That is true! Even Vlov, an undying monster, with no exception to the rule. So if he had actually stabbed me in one of those spots, someone like me would have had a chance. Wouldn't have a chance to. Wouldn't. Are we seeing different things? I pondered this situation. I spent a few long moments pulling my coat over my shoulders. And just then, a gentle knock comes from the door, followed by my supposed senior entering the room. Bruh!
遠野くん絶対安静だって言われたでしょ。
Tono,
なんで起き上がろうとしているんですかあなたは。
weren't you instructed to rest? What are you doing? Trying to get up? She hurries to my bed. I take a second to observe her in silence. Oh! Me?
何ですか
Barging into my room. Rude.
私の顔何かついてます？
What is it? Is there something on my face?
メガネがついてる。
Well, yeah, your glasses.
え、遠野くんとお揃いですね。
Right, we match, don't we? She chuckles softly at a dumb joke. It's nice. She's still the same OCL. Even after she told me she disappeared from my life, she still comes to save me. She may be strong enough to go toe-to-toe with Roa, but the rest of her is still unchanged.
ありがとう。また先輩に助けられた。
Thanks. You saved me again.
ええ、これで荒事は2回目です。いい加減次は見捨てますから覚悟していてくださいね。
Right, right. It's the second time I had to rescue you from a altercation like that. Don't expect me to help you next time. Get yourself into a kind of trouble. Don't get yourself into that kind of trouble. Len. Huh? I was talking about our conversation at the side of the wreckage. She must have saved me some other time without me even noticing it.
2回目だったんだ。
So, that was the second time?
わかった。覚悟しとくよ。次は必ずやられる前にやることにする。
Don't worry. I won't make you rescue me again anytime. I swear. I get Roa before he gets me. Cell stares me down.
遠野くん、 もしかしてまだ懲りてないんですか？
Tono, have you not learned your lesson?
懲りてないも何も俺は被害者だよ。あっちから問答
That is also true.
何も何も
I was a victim, you know. That guy came at me out of nowhere. What lesson is there to be learned from that? Don't get jumped, even though they're jumping me for no reason?
それはそうですけど。
It's called a run back cell, even though you seem awfully motivated to get out there. I let Cell's comment pass in silence. I'm not sure what sort of face I'm making. But I do know I got no intention of resting here while I could be taking action.
先輩、質問していいですか？
Cell, can I ask you a question?
嫌です。と言っても、遠野くんには通じないようですね。
A flat no is unlikely to get through to you.
いいですよ。それで遠野くんがおとなしくしてくれるなら安いものです。
Alright,
しば
I'll
らくお
sit
し
and
ゃべ
chat
りにお付き合いしちゃいます。
for a while. It's a small price to pay for your compliance. Cell takes a seat in the same chair Kia was sitting in before. I was so certain she would refuse me, but here she is. I still don't understand her at all.
マリオも来ているんですか？あと、ノエル先生は？
Is Mario here too? And what about Miss Noel?
先生は自宅療養中です。マリオでしたら、下でアキハさんと交渉中ですね。今後の対策の打ち合わせと、まあ、急所の策略でしょうか。
Ah. Noel's recovering at home. As for Mario, he's downstairs negotiating with Akia. They should be ironing out the most important issue, including what countermeasures to take. I suspect they're also using time to probe each other for weaknesses. CL speaks dispassionately. Mario and Cell might be connected through each other through the church, but it seems like there's no love lost between them.
じゃあ聞きます。さっきのやつがロアなんですね。
Well, I might as well confirm it then. The guy before was Roa, right?
はい。あれが今代のロアの転生体です。7年前に遠野くんの命を略奪した。
Shit's confusing, but yeah, I got you.
そのあたりの事情は、アキハさんに聞きました？
Correct. The Roa inhabiting his current house, the Shiki, who killed you 7 years ago. I assume you heard that much from Akia.
ああ、聞いた。なんだ先輩、アキハと仲良くなったの？あいつ、先輩たちのこと嫌ってるみたいだったけど。
Yeah. Wait, did you two manage to get along? I got a sense she wasn't a fan of you guys either.
ええ、嫌われてますよ。アキハさんは異端狩りという私の仕事も嫌いなら、私自身のことも気に食わないそうです。
No, she's most definitely is not. Akia disapproves of a duty we exorcists perform, so it goes without saying we don't see eye to eye.
ですね、並大抵の嫌われようじゃありません。この件が片付け次第、殺し合いをするのも辞さない感じです。
Not to... Okay, not to put too fine of a point on it, but she hates us from the bottom of her heart. It won't surprise me if we ended up fighting each other once the Roa matter has settled. Cell says something quite alarming, with purely casual
そ
smile.
っか。まあ、それは置いておいて。
Hi, Shin! Anyway, putting that aside for now.
話はロアに戻るんだけど、奴の住処はうちの学校だったんですか？
Go back to Roa. Was he really living inside of her school, or at least in the basement?
ロアの隠れ家は他にも複数あったようですが、現在あの校舎をねじろ
Why? Oh yeah, Shiki probably fucking hated our Shiki. Anyway, it appears he has multiple layers hidden throughout the city, but the school is his primary base of operations at present.
アルクエイドがロアの死者たちを残らず排除した結果、自分から動き出したんだと思います。
I believe he was spurred into action after Arcueid exterminated his undead servants. In other words, Arcueid hasn't found him yet, which means I still have a chance to catch her in time.
遠野くん
Oh no?
いえ、考え事をしてました。けど、どうしてロアは
Axe?
うちの学校なんかを住処に
Guys, he's finally asking the questions. Sorry, I just got lost in thought for a second. Back on topic, why did Roa choose our school for his lair?
そもそもあれは本当にロアなのかな。なんか
And
聞いてい
also,
たのとイメージが違いすぎて。
was that really Roa? Because he wasn't at all like what I would imagine.
そのイメージというものが間違いですね。
You're mistaking us in assuming anything about him.
ロアは転生する吸血鬼。その時の姿や性格、思考性が変化するのは当然です。
Roa is a vampire who reincarnates. His appearance, disposition, and inclinations will naturally differ with each rebirth.
いいですか、遠野くん。ロアが転生先に選んだ肉体は、ロアとは別の人格、人間として育ちます。知性が十分に育たなければ、ロアは己を発揮できませんから。
Do you understand, Tono? The people he chose as the host have their own personality, their own life as a regular human. This is necessity. Roa needs them to mature their own intellect in order to manifest his power.
そうして一個人として成長した人間のすべてを苗床にして、ロアは姿を現します。
Ugh, gross. And when they're fully grown, Roa emerges. He takes all they have become and makes them his personal seabed.
よりしろがロアに変身するのではなく、
But that doesn't mean his vassal transforms into Roa.
ロアの思想をよりしろが受け継ぎ、新しいロアになると考えてください。
Ugh, this is gross. Rather, think of it as a new vessel inheriting Roa's will to form an entirely new
で
Roa.
すので、ロアとして覚醒した後も、その代のロアの行動原理は肉体に沿うものになりがちです。
The behavior and personality of this newly awakened incarnation skews towards that of the host. So it's a new version of Roa. That's
影
gross.
響される。じゃああいつは間違いなく
Darn, he got
死の考
mentally.
え方を持ったロア
I- Alright. I'm gonna reframe. That the tonal incident was rough. Anyway, so if the original owner affects his mind, does that mean what I saw was Roa with Shiki's way of thinking?
半々の状態といったところでしょうか。
Ah.
当の式の意識は7年間専盲状態だった。
If this is the case, that's only half right. Shiki Tono spent 7 years in a state of total delirium after Roa transferred into his
だか
body.
ら、式本人の自我が弱いとき、思想はオリジナルの初代ロアのものに近くなる。あれが
Hmm.
転生者ロアであると同時に、
Feels like an
吸
outie.
血鬼式とし
I'm
て
gonna
活動して
let
い
this
たの
keep
はその
going.
ためです。
Meanwhile, Shiki's ego is weakened. Their mode of thought grows closer to that of the original Roa, which is why he was acting as both reincarnated Roa and the vampire
こ
Shiki.
んなケースはロアの歴史の中でも珍しいことでしょうね。
This must be a rare case among Roa's many
ある意
reincarnations.
味、
It feels like every reincarnation is a rare case for Roa.
あそこ
Alright, I'm
に
gonna
いるのは
chill. I'm
永
gonna
遠
chill.
という事柄、不
Me
老不死を
describing
求
the
め
not
る
too
脅
universal
迫観念に
simple
すみま
statement.
せん。
In any sense, the entity once called Roa no longer exists. What remains is a mere compulsion which seeks out eternal
厄
immortality.
介なのは、その脅迫観念に意志と歴史、積み重ねた魔道の知識があるということ。
God damn it. Unfortunately for us, the living compulsions has a will of its own and many lifetimes worth of accumulated knowledge regarding
ロ
magecraft.
アは不老不死の探求を続けられるのなら、自分が何をしようと構わない。
Roa doesn't care what his vessel does as long as he can continue his search for
式
immortality.
本人の意志、 四季の欲求を止めることはしません。むしろ欲望の達成を手助けするでしょう。よりしろの確執が消えれば、思想は完全にロアだけのものになりますから。
He has no reason to impede the other Shiki. If anything, he'll aid him in his achieving what he wants, because once the vessel no longer struggles, Roa can take complete control of his mind. Ah!
四季本人のやりたいこと。
So then, what Shiki himself wanted?
はい。おそらく彼はアルクエイドから隠れることより、遠野くん、あなたの殺害を第一としていたはずです。
Exactly. I ventured that Shiki was more interested in killing you than masking his presence from Arcueid. Huh?
四季の目的が俺の殺害ってど
But
うして？
why would that be his goal?
そうですね。言いにくいことですが、当の式にとってあなたは自分を殺した人だからだと思います。
A fair question. I don't relish at this, but he likely sees you as the one who killed him.
殺されたのはこっちの
The
方なの
hell?
に。あべこべですよ、それ。
He's the one that killed me. That doesn't make any sense.
でも遠野くんは生きている。そして式は殺されてしまった。その結果、あなたは遠の式になってしまったでしょう。
Doesn't it? You live while he's efficiently killed, and in his place, you become the new Shiki Tono.
式は遠野の身内たちの手によって処罰された後、奇跡的に蘇生しました。
Ah.
その後に自分の家に戻っても、彼の居場所はなくなっていたんです。
The other Shiki faced retribution by his father's hands. By some miracle, he was revived. Yet, by that point, there was no home for him to return to.
だって遠野家の長男はきちんと生きていて、妹の明葉さんと暮らしていたんですから。
The eldest of the Tono family was alive and well, living together with his sister Akia.
ある意味、あなたは遠野式という人物を殺してしまったんです。彼の
Oh, I didn't realize how fucked up this was. Like, I knew it was bad, I didn't realize how bad it was. So, in one sense, you killed him more completely than any blade could. His name, his home, you stole everything from him. No home to return to. That's true. It was too easy to imagine the resentment Shiki must have harbored, locked away by Makihisa Tono, while you were free to live his life.
四季にとって俺は自分の名前を使って党の四季になりすましている。
In his eyes, I'm just an imposter, parading around his name.
はい。式は何よりもあなたを憎んでいたんだ
It
と思い
was
ます。
Look, Shiki, and Akia, all victims. I don't blame any of them. I blame the adults. Anyway, right. It's likely he despised you more than anything else. It's not like I'm too happy about the arrangement we wound up either, but I suppose it wouldn't matter too much to Shiki. To him, I'm just some despicable fraud. The man who stole his place in the world. It's not like his resentment faded with time. Rather, he spent the past 7 years nurturing it and letting it fester. Yeah. Looking at it this way, of course he wants to kill me. The only way this turns out well if Makihisa doesn't adopt Shiki
殺
Nanya.
されたのは俺の方なんだ。
Yeah! Yeah, you said it. Honestly. But I'm still the one who got killed.
遠野くん。
Tono? He's not the only one who got robbed of his existence. 7 years ago, I would have been 10. The 10-year-old me has been completely erased. I don't know anything from before. I don't have memories of my childhood. It's not like I long to meet my real parents, but everything I might have held dear no longer exists. I don't even know my own last name. Shiki, the child I once was, is gone without a trace.
遠野くん、 憎しみで戦おうとするのはいけないことです。
Tono, listen to me. You can't let hatred be your fuel. Cell chimes me, perhaps sensing something worrisome in my idle murmuring. Though I'm afraid her concern is misplaced.
そんなんじゃないです。俺がロアを殺すのは別の理由ですから。
Isn't... I'm not. I have a different reason for wanting to kill him.
憎しみはないんですか？
Do you really not hate him?
全くないわけじゃないけど、それはただあるだけの話です。憎しみの他にも思うところはありますから。
I won't lie. I say I don't hate him at all, but there's nothing more important pushing me there.
それとは関係のないところでロアは放っておけない。放っておくと一人とんでもない無茶をする奴がいる。
Everything else aside, I can't let Roa be. If I do, then someone will wind up doing something stupidly reckless. Yeah, that's why I need to go.
急がないと。
I promise to help her till the very end. That's right. I don't have time to rest here. Not to mention she's been bearing her pain with a smile this entire time.
わかりません。どうしてそこまで彼女に肩入れするんですか？
I will tell the truth and say I didn't hate him at all.
違うものじゃないですか。
It's weird. Shiki's... I don't know. Shiki's a bigger man than me. I can't fathom why you're so insistent on helping her. Arcueid is a vampire. You and her are totally different beings.
それも関係ないですよ。俺はアルクエイドだから肩入れするんです。
It doesn't matter.
仮にあいつが人間だろうと怪獣だろうと。
I'm helping Arcueid because it's her. I don't care if she's a human or some city devouring kaiju. Actually, I didn't call her that. She sulked up in a storm she heard.
人魚だろうと結果は変わらない。
I need to know how mermaids work in the Natsuverse. The real question.
惚れてるんです。
Ahem. Whether she's a human or mermaid or whatever else, it doesn't change anything. That's how hard I've fallen for her. Staring straight into Cell's eyes, I declare my feelings for Arcueid. She quickly claps her hands on her cheeks, which are flushing red for some reason.
あくまで彼女に協力すると言うんですね。
You're insisting on working with her one way or another then? Of course. Which is why I head for the school, and second my body is allowed it. There's a chance that Arcueid could find Roa and become embroiled in battle. The instant she does, her safety is no longer guaranteed. It's dubious how much help I can offer in my current state, but it's still better than letting her go alone.
無理ですね。たとえ遠野くんが満足に動けたところで、今の彼女ではロアには対抗できません。
You can't win this. Even if you could move freely, the two of you would be no match for Roa as you are now.
対抗できないって。どうしてそう断言できるんですか、先輩。
How can you be so sure of that, Cell?
単純な足し算ですから。
It's simple arithmetic.
彼女は一度決壊した吸血衝動を抑えて活動している。そのために能力はさらに低下し、ロアの半分にはないでしょう。
She's operating, suppressing her vampiric impulse, which has already overtaken her. This will reduce her capabilities even further, making her less than half as strong as Roa.
遠野くんの力はロアの半分もありませんから、遠野くんが協力したところでロアには太刀打ちできません。
You're not strong enough to make up the other half, meaning it's futile, even if you were gave whatever assistance
そも
you
そも
can.
彼女は死にかかっています。
Besides, she's already dying.
能力が弱っているのに自分の衝動を抑えつけている。私たちで言うのなら、肺が潰れているのに動き回っているようなものです。
Despite her weakened state, she's still fighting against her urges. It's akin to a human moving around with a pair of collapsed lungs. What? What the hell? She's dying? Why? How? I knew she was suffering, but it never seemed she was anywhere near that bad.
もちろんそれは吸血衝動を抑えなければ回復できるものです。楽になりたいのなら人間の血を吸えばいい。
Of course, she can recover her power, and she simply gave into her impulses. Human blood will solve all of her woes.
けれどアルケイドは二度と人の血は吸わないでしょう。
But Arcueid will never drink another person's blood.
だからロアを追いかける限り彼女は自分から死に近づいているんです。
As long as she's chasing after Ra, she's staring down a death sentence of her own making.
ふざけるな、そんなの。
Shut up! She wouldn't! I jumped from the bed and immediately collapsed to the ground. It's not even a graceful fall. Instead, I hit the ground like a discarded piece of trash. It's so pathetic, it makes me want to curl up and die. Arcueid is out there, pushing herself against the world, and I'm too frail to even walk.
無茶はしないでください。
Don't be rash.
傷自体は合ってないようなものですけど、遠野くんの生命力は空っぽなんです。
Your wound might not be too serious, but your life force is officially 0 right now.
ロアの今代の転生体、指揮の能力でしょう。あなたはナイフを刺されただけで、ごっそりと命そのものを削り取られたんです。
It's likely due to the innate abilities of Roa's current host, Shiki. Through you are simply stabbed with a knife. It is as if he carved away your very life essence.
命。
My life?
生命を活動させる動的な結合力。平たく言えばエネルギーですね。生きている限り動的な結合力は作り出されますけど、その蓄積量は個人差があるんです。
The binding force that drives all living things. In simpler terms, you might call it energy. We reproduce it as long as we are alive. Though the amount produced varies from person to person.
一人の体から取り出せる生命力は無尽蔵ではなく限度がある。蓄積している生命力を一瞬にして奪われたら、その個体は生命活動を停止するんです。
The amount of life force a single body can produce isn't limitless. If all of someone's accumulated life force would be exhausted in a fell swoop, they'll die then and there. Life force. The thing that sets someone in motion.
それは物を生かしているということですか。
So basically what keeps them alive?
そうですね。厳密に言うと死ではありません。ガソリンが切れてしまったから動かなくなるということですから。
Strictly speaking, it's a separate from death. Consider a car that runs out of
エン
gasoline.
ジンは壊れていないんですから、エネルギーさえ戻ればまた走り出せます。
The engine itself isn't broken. You can still start the car as long as you fill the tank back up again. Ciel moves to stand me up and lays me back on the bed.
いい。もう横にはならない。
Don't. I'm not lying down again.
もう自分一人じゃ立ってられない人が何を言ってるんですか？
Oh, honestly, those are bold words coming from someone who can't even stand up.
横になるのが嫌でしたらこうしてください。
If you're so opposed to lying down, then at least grant me this much. With a forced push, Self makes me sit on the bed. The act of sitting is enough to send my breath into disarray. Fuck. I never make it to school at this rate. Even if I could find Arcueid, I'll only slow her down.
いいんですよ。遠野くんはもう戦わなくて。
Yeah, life force, yeah. It's okay. You don't have to fight anymore.
ロアのことなら、あと数日もあれば決着がつきますから。
In a few days, everything will be settled.
決着って。
What do you mean?
ロアの転生体が特定できましたから、 法王朝、私たちの本拠地ですけど、そこに要請が通ります。
Now that we identify Roa's house, we'll send a request to the holy. I mean our headquarters.
今回はマリオもいますし、
So, Life Force of the World. I'm getting this from Wikitoria. Yeah, you're fine, you're fine. Considered we have Mario here, assemble enough executors to dispose of Roa should take 3 days at most.
結局、また同じことの繰り返しになりますけど、とりあえずそれで、今代のロアは処理できます。
Ultimately, all of this will play out again, but for the time being, Roa's current incarnation will be dealt with. 3 days? Wait, 3 days?
ダメだ。そんなもの待ってられない。今夜にでもアルクエイドはロアとやり合うかもしれないんだ。
That won't work. There's a chance Arcueid will try to settle the score with Roa as soon as tonight.
だったらそんなもの何の意味もないじゃないか。
What's point is there in turning up that late? I force my power into my legs, somehow masking my ragged breath. I get up from the bed.
先輩。
CL, where's my knife?
私が預かってますけど、あなたに渡すと思いますか？
I'm holding on to it. Do you think I'll hand it back to you?
思わないけど人のものを取り上げない。
10 out of 10 argument, cheeky. No, but you shouldn't take things that belong to others.
確か何時盗むべからず。
Thou shalt not steal, right? I love how this turns out, but no spoilers. Yeah, let's try to be quiet, right? Cell takes the knife out of her habit with a resigned sigh.
この担当は遠野くんのですからお返ししますけど。
Alright, it's yours, so I'll give it back to you.
学校に戻るつもりなんですか？
Are you planning to go back to the school?
何度もそう言ってる。
That's what I keep telling you.
アルクエイドがロアを見つける前に俺が。
I need to get there before Arcueid finds Roa. I need to put an end to him. If Shiki is after my life, then we will wind up clashing one way or another. If so, I should go there and kill him myself to protect Arcueid.
そんな体でですか？
Sorry, I almost dropped something. In that state?
やっぱりわかりませんね。あなたがそこまで彼女にこだわる理由、聞かせてください。それを聞かせてくれるのなら、私はもう止めませんから。
I don't understand. What is it that makes you go to such extremes for that woman? Give me one good reason, and I'll stop standing in your way. She's prudy, she is. It's the same question as before. Sending strength to my trembling knees, I reaffirm my resolve. I might have installed them with strength to burst out of here.
俺は
Why do I want to help her? Because I like her? Because it's fun to be around her? I'll just be lying to myself if I said that. It's far more deep-rooted reason. One which trumps everything else.
あいつ一人だからさ。なんかほっとけないんだ。
Because she's alone, and I can't just abandon her. That's all the reason I need.
嘘です。そんなことで自分の命をないがしろにはできません。真面目に答えてください、遠野くん。
Don't lie to me. That's not a justification to throw your life away. Answer me seriously, Tono.
そんな理由じゃ私は納得できません。
I refuse to accept a reason like that.
いや、本当に理由はそんなことなんだ。
No, that's the truth.
あいつは今まで一人で楽しいことがいっぱいあるってことも知らなくて。
She's been by herself this entire time. She never known all the fun stuff out
ず
there.
っとバカみたいに 一人
She's
だった
been so stupidly alone.
そんなのは寂しすぎるだろう。そんな意味のない人生俺は許せない。
It's not
だ
right.
から
I can't stand the thought of her having such a meaningless life. That's why I just want to show her what this world has so much going on, even if the majority of it's pointless crap. Learning all about it, experiencing it for yourself, is the joy of living. It's a truth so simple, even the children can understand it.
ただ教えてやりたかった。
I just want to teach her that.
あいつはあんなに楽しそうに笑っていたけど、そんなのは誰にでも手に入れられるものなんだって教え
She's
てやり
always
たかった。
smiling so cheerfully, but I want her to know such a life is within anyone's grasp.
世の中にはもっとつまらない悩みなんて消し飛ぶぐらい楽しいことがあるんだって。
I wanted to take her so many places, to show her over and over again that this world is filled with stuff that can wash away your troubles.
当たり前のことを当たり前のように感じられるようにあいつを幸せにしてやりたかった。
I wanted to make all the normal stuff feel normal to her, and above else, make her happy too. That's sweet. My desire doesn't come from sadness. It's simple, honest wish from the bottom of my heart. I want her to be able to smile, always, because there's nothing more I find radiant, more lovely, more beautiful.
だってそうだろ
And besides,
う。あいつは今まで救われなかった分その何倍も幸せにならなくちゃいけない。
for all of the times nobody saved her, I gotta pay her back tenfold to give her happiness she deserves.
大体あいつが一人で亡くなる方法なんて簡単すぎる。
I'm an idiot for scratching my head over this. Yeah, it's a piece of cake. All she needs is someone she can talk to, the freedom to do what she wants.
きっとさ、それは誰にだってしてやれることなんだ。
Honestly, it wouldn't even have to be me.
他の誰でもあいつを幸せにすることはできる。
Anyone can make her happy.
だから確かに俺がこんなみっともない体でこんな風に躍起になる必要はない。
So, it's
他
not
の
like
誰にだって
I need to
あ
do
いつを
this.
一人でなくすことができるんだから。
I don't need to force this pathetic body to move when someone else can cure her loneliness. I know. I know it's all too well. I'm not doing this from some logical
けど
reasoning.
ダメなんだ。
But that doesn't mean I can just let her be.
他の誰かになんて任せられないし、このままあいつと別れることなんて
I can't leave this to somebody else. I can't let this be the end for
俺
us.
にはもうあいつ以外にいないんだ。
Because she's the only one for me. That's just the kind of bastard I am. I'm already given up so many things. I could have died like a dog and not care. Yet now, I desire something so much. It's like I'm a different person.
アルクエイドを愛してる。
I love Arcueid. As a man, I love with everything about her.
でもそれ以上に俺は自分の手であいつを幸せにしてやりたい。そのために自分の命が使われるのならそれでいい。
But more than anything, I want to make her happy. If it costs of that is my life, I'll gladly pay it.
このままであいつに消えてほしくない。今はただそれだけなんだ。
I don't want her to disappear like this. That's all there is to it. This taught me to be satisfied above all else, in just wanting the right thing, but the pain of being erased is a grace on me, a gratitude. Yeah, that's all it is. I care more about Arcueid than I do my own life. She's the sole purpose of which I was granted these eyes. I can say that was absolutely certain.
他の誰でもですか。バカなこと言わないでください。他の誰にもできませんよ。だってそんなことを言えるのは世界中で遠野くんだけみたいですから。
Anyone else can do that. Enough of that nonsense. No one else can do it. I'm pretty sure you're the only person in the world who can say such a thing. Syl sighs deeply and shrugs her shoulders in aspiration.
先輩
Syl?
ちょっと頭にきちゃいました。
You can be so frustrating.
彼女もう十分幸せじゃないですか。
Isn't she happy enough already? She wears a cynical smile. Her tone is gentle. Suddenly I hear a noise from the window. A scraping of branches and twigs. Huh?
驚かないでいいですよ。彼女が立ち去っただけですから。さっきからおかしな違和感があったんですけど、やっぱりそうだったんですね。
No need to be frightened. She just left. I knew I sensed something off. It seems my guess was correct. Ciel glances towards the window.
ロアより遠野くんの方を優先してきてたなんて彼女らしくないですけど。まあこれでロアの方を優先しているようでしたら私がとどめを刺しに行きますが。
It's unlike her to prioritize anything else over Roa. That said, it seems this has reshifted her focus, so I'll go deliver the killing blow.
なんで
What?
なんでアルクエイドが俺の部屋なんかに来るんだ
Why the? Why would Arcueid come to my room?
遠野くんがロアにやられたから心配で見に来たんでしょう。
She was likely worried after she learned what Roa did to you.
私たちの話に聞き耳を立てていて、たった今ロアのところに行っちゃいましたけど。
Though, having eavesdropped on our conversation, she's now headed straight for Roa.
言ったってどうして
Why would she do that? Because I love these two. These two are stupid for each other in such a dumb, lovely way.
あんなこと聞いちゃったら私だって同じ行動をとります。
Isn't it obvious?
羨まし
After
い
everything you said,
同じぐらい哀れですね。
I'll do the same thing in her shoes. I'm a little jealous, but you do have my sympathy.
だからどうして
Then why would she?
遠野くんはアルクエイドを助けたい。
You said you wanted to help her,
けどアルクエイドは遠野くんを巻き込みたくない。
but she doesn't want to involve you in all this,
なら答えは一つです。
which leaves her with one solution.
さて、これで諦めがついたでしょ。
Now then, are you finally ready to get up?
遠野く
Oh,
ん
give
がど
up.
う頑張ったところで彼女には追いつけません。ですから、あとは私たちに任せてゆっく
You
り
can
体を
never catch up to her. You're better off resting and leaving everything to
ふざけるな
bullshit. In a fit of rage, I grab at her collar. The short breath remove is enough to get my head spinning, but I ignore the dizziness.
こうなると分かって俺に理由を聞いたのか
You knew this would happen, but you still had me explain myself to you.
いいえ、私、遠野くんが彼女をそういう風に見てたなんて知りませんでした。
That wasn't my intention. I just didn't realize you saw her in that way.
確かに、これは私の失策です。
This was a miscalculation on my part. Even so, her expression doesn't change. Her gaze is perfectly calm as I cling to her collar. This is pointless. Arca is ready on her way. I got more important things to do than to blame Ciel.
彼女の後を追う連れて行け
I'm going after her. Take me there.
そんな体の人の脅迫を聞くと思っているんですか？
Do you think you're in any state to be making demands from me? Of course not.
知るか言うことを聞かないならここでめちゃくちゃに暴れてやる
Like I care. If you won't, I'll make you. Huh? Her expression crumbles. The stern face from before is replaced by one of quiet astonishment as she looks away and ponders for a moment. After a few seconds, Cell breathes another heavy sigh.
その提案は魅力的ですけど仕方ありません。
Tempting as that offer is, I suppose I have no other choice.
私の失策でもありますし、乗りかかった船ですから、こうなったら終着までお付き合いします。
I admit partial fault for the current circus situation, so I'll see you through to the end. Cell peels my fingers off her collar, then comes around to my side.
それじゃあ連れて行ってあげますから、おとなしくしていてくださいね。
I'll take you there right away. Please try not to move too much. What? I don't even have time to be confused. Cell picks me up and cradles me in her arms.
アキハさんに見つかると止められますので、彼女と同じ方法で行きましょうか。
Kia would certainly stop us if she saw, so let's follow Arcueid's lead and use the other exit.
はい。
Wait, Cell! With a soft thud, it steps onto the windowsill. A split second later, we leaped out into the night. Do 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 do. The grateful avatar bounds beneath a moon without a flaw. From roof to roof, without stopping or falling, she crosses the sky like an arrow set loose. Her destination is fixed. The high school on the fringe of the city, the place where her foe has made his nest, the site of the battle long awaited. The distance between the house on the hill and the school grounds is merry 2 kilometers from the crow's fields. A journey of a few minutes on legs, such as these. She was well accustomed to this sort of pursuit, flying with complete efficiency. Her every action is specialized towards piercing her target. This silhouette has been a heavy heaven-sent bolted of death for many dead apostles. Yet, just for tonight, her trajectory is filled with a gentle warmth.
大好き、大好き、大好き、
I feel like I have every single sentence to say on Cell's design, and you're not gonna like it, so I won't. You know what? We could judge Cell on Cell's route. You could save it for that. I love him. I love him. I love him. I love him. The sky bathes her unturned up face in moonlight. She shouts her feelings to the universe. If she didn't let them out, her heart would surely burst. It's literally her looks. If she didn't, press her hands against her cheeks, they will burn from the heat. Ah, she's doing the pose! Incredible light has flooded her chest. Tingles of contentment flows through her neck, into her brain. It's an experience certainly new to her, one of pure joy. The shroud of melancholy that bound her minutes before is nowhere to be found, even though her body may be on the verge of collapse, even though she may not have the strength to keep on fighting. Someone that could say, I'm at sneeze shortly before you say bless you. Okay. Even though she may not have a future once she defeats the vampire lurking in the school, even if she did until now, has been pointless without any meaning or redemption.
構わない。そんなの全然どうでもいい。
None of that matters. I don't care about that. All of those problems are a thing of the past. Everything between her and Roa felt little more than insignificant feud. What fuels her now is which wells up in her heart. The feeling of wanting to protect someone precious to her, a feeling she never grasped for herself until this moment. The Roa this time is different. Compared to Roas of the past, he's less interested in the pursuit of immortality. This Roa possesses a deep, singular interest in one person. By examining all that has occurred in one sequence, she had arrived at the nearest conclusion. She realized that the relationship between her and Shiki and the other Shiki is much like the one between her and Roa.
だから私が倒す。
So, I'll take him down. No, more than bringing him into a danger. No more hesitating about her clash with Roa. A few minutes prior, she had feared their confrontation. The rationale of her core said that her odds of victory were slim at best. It wasn't the prospect of failing her mission that frightened her. No, the fear of dying at her foe's hand, disappearing and never seeing him again. But now, it's different. She propelled by an all-encompassing joy. Shiki Tono wants Shiki Nania dead, and Roa wants Arcueid. Yes, because she's alone, I can't just abandon her. That's all the reason I need. Her eyes, lips, and entire being begin to flush with a bashful delight. Can she win? Can she survive? Will she be able to meet him again? That would be nice, she thinks. So she keeps fighting for the possibility, for her own hopes and dreams. Never before has something like this driven her. It's not hatred or duty. Rather, it's the elation of being able to dedicate herself to him that propels the white figure across the night sky.
私に返せるものはないけれど。
I'm nothing to offer in return, but all thanks to the warmth burning in her chest.
あなたの敵をやっつけるわ。
At least, take out your enemy. Her mind is made up. She'll use whatever remains of her power to end things tonight. She's so cute here. I can't deny this. I have fallen into Arcueid propaganda, and you cannot take me out of here. I don't want to leave. The memory remains branded on her heart. With a smile, she accepts those simple words, her reward for a journey of 1,000 years. Yeah, the theme on the electric keyboard is just absolutely brilliant. Something new, something old. It's lovely. Oh no. I have to write I have to read combat scenes. Alright. After bursting through the night covered sky, we arrived at the school. If she was really Neil and knew me, she will call me an ordinary human. Maybe. Despite having leaped roof to roof with me in her arms, much like Arcueid has done before, Sol doesn't seem out of breath and sightless. This is probably coming a little late, but she might just be ridiculously as overpowered as Arcueid.
遠野くん、歩けますか？
Tono, can you walk?
歩けなくても歩きます。
I'm gonna have to.
ロアを殺しに行くんですから。
After all, I got a vampire to kill.
そうですね。では、この先は自分の足でお願いします。
That you do. Well then, you need to use your own legs from here on. She lowers me to the ground. The school is wrapped in an eerie silence. Once I enter the grounds, neither Roa and I are walking out of here until one of us is dead. I take a deep breath and remove my glasses. Ah, a familiar pain courses through my brain. You know what would be funny if Shiki actually needed glasses to see? That would be hilarious. Anyway, the sensations combined with my rigid body makes me want to scream out. It really is her compassion that I would say makes her human. She prefers to live like and with us. True. This isn't good. Ro only just reawakened, but the moon phase is affecting his power. Stella looks up at the sky with a grim look on her face. A moon illuminates the school with its silver blue glow.
まずいって何がです？
What do you mean?
ロアの状態です。神祖は月齢によってその能力限度を上下させます。彼らは満月に近いほど力を増す。それは使徒であるロア本人の感じです。
It's the characteristics of the true ancestors. Their powers wax and wane with the phases of the moon. The closer to the full moon, the stronger they are. This goes for dead apostles like Roa too.
今夜
Seeing
のロアは
as it's a full
限りなく
rune,
不死身に近いでしょう。今の私の装備では殺しきれないかもしれません。
seeing as it's a full moon, Roa will be close to immortal as he can be. With my current equipment, I may not be able to kill him. As close to immortality as can be, huh? Not like that makes a difference to me. As long as the potential death still exists, I can kill it, no matter how hard the makes is for me. That's why Cell said wait 3 days. Ah, yeah. Moon phase. I just need to get close enough. Even if he guts me the next second, it won't matter if I can't deliver his death in a single breath.
それにしても今夜は明るいですね。これじゃあ闇に紛れて忍び込むのも難しいです。
The moon
月の明るい夜は好きなんですけど、今日だけは別物ですね。
The moon is awfully bright tonight. We won't be able to approach under the cover of the moon. We won't be able to approach a cover of darkness. I normally enjoy a nice bright moon, but not today. She sighs aggressively. Moonlight pierces the frozen blue night, testimony to the death of existence. The one might even find beauty in.
そうかな。俺は月の明るい夜は嫌いです。
Really, personally, I always hated moonlit nights.
遠野くん、
There's an intense throb. Something grates within my brain.
太陽じゃなくて月の弱い明かりだと余計にはっきり見えるから。線をかき消すくらい強い日差しか本当の暗闇の方が気が楽だ。
It's not the sun, but the dim light of the moon that makes the lines stand out the clearest. I'm more comfortable in bright sunlight or total darkness because they can wash the lines away. Another throb. It scratches at the fridges of my reality.
ああ、今夜は特に狂いそうだ。
Yeah, I might just lose it tonight.
何もかも死にやすそうで、まるで月の荒野にいるみたい。
Everything looks like it can die in the slightest touch. It's like we're on the bare surface of the moon. But it's not necessarily bad news. Roa is actually as strong as Arcueid. Is this what it means? Ah, yeah. It means no matter what, I won't miss Roa's death.
遠野くん、ここでお別れです。
This is where we part ways, Tono.
ここから先は一人で行ってください。私は別行動をしますから。
You have to procure by yourself from here. Proceed by yourself from here. I have my own business to attend to. Sorry, I'm really giddy right now. I'm just like, we did it! We're so far! We're almost there! Business, what are you planning to do?
ですね、私だってロアを処理するのが目的なんですよ。ただ、今代のロアは今までより強力なようですから、真正面から挑むことはしません。
We share the same objective of killing Roa, but it's as it stands. He appears to be more powerful than ever before. I elect not to face him head on.
遠野くんとアルクエイドがロアに殺された後、その隙をついてロアを処断します。
Once Roa kills you and Arcueid, I'll use that opportunity to dispatch him. Cell declares her strategy without a hint of shame. To be honest, her sincerity inspires more confidence than half-truths
わ
ever.
かりました。勝手ですけど、その時は後始末をよろしくお願いします。
I understand. I know it's selfish of me to ask this, but if it comes down to that, I'm counting on you to finish the job.
はい。仕事に私情を挟むのはここまでです。
Of course, this is where my personal feelings and my duty begins.
遠野くんは彼女のために戦うのでしょう。それと同じように。
I
私
learned
にも
not
自分な
to
りの理由がある
work
のです。
is actually okay, good by me. It takes an entirety as a source of entertainment for one's personal preference, simply because God has allowed it to exist in the first place. True! True! I'm just grateful that the Type Moon universe exists at this point in my life. Because if we lived in a world without it, I don't even know where I'll be. Or if I'll still, like, what my main interest would be. Or if I even like anime as much as I would. It's complicated. Anyway, back to the fight. You're fighting for her sake, right? Much like you, I have my own reasons to
で
fight.
すから。これ以上あなたたちを助けることはできません。
Which is why I won't be able to help you anymore.
はい。ありがとうございます、先輩。
I know.
これで
Thank
お
you,
別れか
Cell.
もしれないから言っておきますね。俺、先輩のことを好きでしたよ。先輩と有彦と3人でバカみたいな話をしてるのは
This might be our final goodbye, so I better say this now. I always liked you. I always liked you. Chatting with you and Arihiko about dumb crap was a ton of fun.
はい。私も夢みたいでした。
Yes, it was like a dream for me too. Just like that, Cell disappears like a bird, fading into the night. Do 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 do. Hold on, I'm gonna let this play. I need a.
行くか。
Wah. I'm just gonna let this play and do auto. I need to drink water. My throat's actually hurting. Shiki's feeling weak as he walks in. Sounds like a Shiki thing, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know, something about it being complete night is very scary. Let's see. So what I'm getting is that she's used to this and is suspicious about the entire terrain, which is completely valid. Her body moves like a shadow. Her stealth surpasses mere silence, as if there's no trace of her at all. To the outside world, no scent, no body heat, not even a heartbeat, nothing. As of now, she wouldn't even permit herself to think. Scary. There are vampires capable of noticing intruders the second a thought crosses their mind. It's uncertain whether Michael Roa Valvignon has cultivated such a ability, but the true ancestors no doubt possess at least a level of practical domain. Why did you make them so cracked, Natsu? The guys, you don't understand. If Arcueid discovers that Cell has entered this space, that information would relay to Roa, engage in battle with her. In other words, the slightest thought would ruin her chance at an ambush. So, in order to avoid such an outcome, Cell has transferred herself into a puppet. A puppet, only performing commands as if been given. It does not think. It is unmoved by outside factors. Unthinkingly, the executor moves towards the location, Roa's blind spot, where she might deliver certain death. She have appraised herself, her surroundings through magecraft. Cell is my queen! Hi, Skydam GD. Hello, welcome. It's unmoving by internal factors, I'm sorry. Roa has deployed a mirage of magical formulas throughout the gymnasiums, where he now waits. Yo, what's up? Skydam, joke on Gundam. Me love CL, yeah! I'm so happy to meet another CL fan. Let's go. Yeah, I'm gonna do Cell's arc a little, like after this, definitely. I do need a break from this game. Not because it's bad, it's just like I've been on it for so long. Question. Word? What's up? Arcueid is moving to meet him through the corridor which connects the gym with the main building. Let's see. The concrete surface is growing more scorched by the second. It is Roa's ode, accumulated until this very moment. Contenting with Arcueid's own magical energy, if Cell was conscious, she might liken to a power of K. What is that? A concentration of magical energy so dense it sparks, ready to blow at the slightest provocation, eradicating intruders and all. That's terrifying. Have you read the original Tsukihime? Tsukihime? Yes, she has. I have read it. It's something. Uh, it's something. It. I still like the work. It's just there's moments where even I'm just like, whoa there, buddy. Remember the glasses? Why? Not. Vaguely. I'm trying to remember. Can I get a route, please? Maybe that'll help my brain. You know what I mean. She kicked me. No. Cells are. Oh. Oh my god, I remember. Oh my god. I'm gonna pretend I didn't remember now. Alright, good day. Will Shiki Tunnel be able to pass through here? Such thoughts do not cross her mind. Crump Phantasm, where he gets them from from that person, right? Oh my goodness. Oh, the Alco scene! Yeah. Which route is this? Oh, this is Arcueid's route. I'm pretty sure I put it on the title. Yeah, we're doing Arcueid's final, chapter right now. We're on chapter 13. But by the way you're sounding, it sounds like you already know what's going on. Okay, yeah. You're good. The killing machine simply heads from the courtyard to the roof. Now, we still like Cell here. Cell does help out. Even Ro himself can now wake her up now. But then... What the fuck is that? She sees it. Like a fatal omen, something makes her question her own eyes. It clings to the wall, unnaturally. Not even CL, with her vast history of unique dead apostles and monsters alike, have heard of such an aberration, let alone seen it. Oh god. Its skin is tough, yet supple, like leather or tree bark. The abdomen is grossly discerned. 6 legs sprouted from its gut. A mass of claws and fangs grows from its shoulder, large enough to belong to a dinosaur. The lower body resembles that of a spider. Its upper body, almost human. The 8-eyed dot. His face, unmaskingly arachnoid. Yet, strangest of all. So far, I've read that the original Tsukihime for Cell Hisui, and currently reading Akia's route. Okay, that's cool. Oh, you read it out of whack. Wait, no. Okay, sorry, that was rude. I don't want to say canon or anything, but like the easiest way to read Tsukihime is Arcueid or CL, Arcueid or CL, then Akia, then Hisui, then Kohaku. But he did. Now he did. It's fine. Like you're gonna read all of it eventually, but I'm just saying that's the order that leads one into another that might help you. But do what you want. At the end of the day, I do advise you to read Kohaku's route last because that just explains everything in the Far Side route, in my opinion. Sorry, I'm really nerding out right now. Haven't read Arcueid's or Kohaku's. Oh, so this will be new to you. To be fair, this spider thing did not exist in the OG. I'm telling you that right now. A muddle awareness oozes out the apparition. One that is neither murderous nor hostile. She has faced bloodlusted potent enough to foretell her doom. She has faced hostile electric enough to cover her entire flesh in goosebumps. But this is not what she says now. This creature defies analysis. Have Roa brought help? It exists in none of the church records. Of that much, she is certain. You know, I'm looking at it now. This being, origins, lies outside the realm of man's understanding. There is something to bring to mind. Painting by a renowned artist. Oh, a starkly blue city beneath a swirling moon and stars. Oh, Van Gogh! It almost seems to inhabit a separate dimension. Interesting. Yeah, there's some new characters that weren't in the original. I heard of a creature was described like this, yeah. Without realizing, Cell begins to breathe again. As thoughts of Roa, Shiki, and Arcueid are erased from her empty mind. Ah, thanks for the follow! What remains is primal fear. A trace of humanity from a time before she was an executor, when she was just a little girl, ignorant of monsters and creatures of the night. In other words, she was filled with undenied aberration of the hideous thing before her. The entire school distorts and shakes. The mass magical energy in the air is cause for a chain reaction, warping the steel foundation of the school building. It wasn't caused by this apparition. It is a single threat. This is a sign that the fight between Roa and Arcueid has begun. No, like, I think this creature gets explained more in Cell's route, from what I understand, for the remake. I'm not 100% sure if Roa even made this creature. I'm leaning on no. I don't remember the details, unfortunately. It's been so long. No! It was only a few seconds before the fatal era, nonetheless. Realizing she lost her chance to ambush Roa, Cell immediately redirects her attention to the threat at hand. We're getting hit with Kuko. This monster, neither insect nor beast, is nearly 3 meters tall, yet it glides across the walls with ease. What the fuck? I say that from the bottom of my heart. What? Nah. Whoever made this thing is too broken. Put it back, God. God, take it back. This thing is too busted. It's entirely unaffected by the shaking of the building. It's 8 meters away. The monsters brandish its grotesque arms. Oh my god, it has nails done and everything for this fight. Holy shit. It has extendable arms. This is terrible. Cell matched wrong though, because the OG wasn't saturated with horror elements enough. The OG felt edgy, like teenage edge. This one has like a slightly more mature edge to it. It still has the classic teenage edge that originally did, but it's like they were doing Tsukihime for funsies, right? When they first made it, they were just like, hey, let's just get this out of here. So like the remake's just what they wanted to do, but on a grander level, from what I understand. So yeah, that's true. But this is terrifying, and I don't want to be anywhere near this thing. Everyone's arachnophobia is acting up. Maybe I need to do a fucking trigger warning now. Anyway, they close in on her, but Cell comes as she catches the familiar scent of the dead apostle from each of them.
新種のグールなんですね。
A new type of ghoul. Roa must have placed it here to prevent her from interfering. The view, first in such a light, nothing about this is shocking. Cell observes the physiological makeup of the ghoul new from below. The entire form is a massive lethal weapon, but there's 2 points where the term demands attention. The original broke the rules, but this is way uglier, more grim. Yeah, the original shows the explicit age scenes, therefore it's not safe for Twitch. True. The cluster of fangs protruding from its shoulder and the massive left arm. Its fangs are not made for close combat. It is without a doubt. They're quite the opposite. They're missiles made of to hunt prey from afar. The direct hit from a high-velocity mass with that will splinter a human into 1,000 pieces. Jesus Christ. Who built this? Who built this thing? They did not want them... Oh my god. Okay, knowing it's a ghoul, a vampire went out their way to make this thing. And it's succeeding. I don't want to be near it. It is maintaining the high ground. She will be a sitting duck. In one breath, she's... Ow. Ow. God built this thing. Now, God can take it back. That's my response. In one breath, she slips past the wave of whistling projectiles leading up to the rooftop. He's your problem. He's not my problem. He's Cell's problem. Oh, it's so... I'm power reading because I don't want to look at it. I don't. I instantly died from my... Alright, I'll read it normally, universe. You got me. You got me good. Alright, the massive ghoul clumbers onto the rooftop to cut off the executor's escape. The 6 legs allow for it to glide across the ground just as easily as it scales the wall. No! No! That's terrifying. This thing is rather nimble for its size. Cell views its every move, formulating her plan of attack. The giant ghoul is akin to a military artillery, basically a tank. Its primarily armaments comprised of those elastic arms and a row of fangs on its shoulders, which has already regrown. Its variable form specializing in long-distance warfare. Let me see. Sorry. This one is one of the, this is only the first. It is only the first route. From what I understand, it gets worse. When I saw the wallpaper of the game, I knew it had to read Cell's route when I started reading the original. True. From what I understand, Cell's route's actually hard to get. Like, if you don't go out your way to try to get it, you will just get Arcueid's route. A very... And then Cell, unlike Arcueid, I think Arcueid only has one end in this route, and then Cell has 2 ends. So Cell has a normal and true ending. So yeah. So it's good for me because I'm not used to like multi-visual novel ending stuff. Like maybe when I was younger, but now it's like I don't have the energy. Anyway, a variable from specializing... Oh yeah, I read that. I just don't want to look at this thing anymore. But that isn't to say that it's ill-equipped for close combat. Where she gets too close, the left arm will most certainly smash through her defenses. Girl, you have defenses? You're just wearing a nun outfit. Anyway, whatever. However, that is if it managed to hit her. Objectively, the school's massive left arm is at odds with the rest of its body. The mismatched proportions ruin its balance. Undoubtedly, Mary, the creature's mobility, had its arms been closer to its shape and size, it could have acted more of a stable, mobile turret, even pursuing Cell from a distance. Cell hasn't used full power. Yeah, Cell's not at full power right now. This is base Cell. which is terrifying to think about. It arsons her once more with its whip-like arms, invading by the skin of her teeth. The executor weaves her way through the enemy. She's no longer plagued by the fear of that thinglet thing on her spine. Though her foe remains unknowing enemy, she has as asserted his strength and abilities. Even as the type of ghoul never encountered, it should pose no threat to her. Its abilities exhibits are not enough to kill her. Cell is fully convinced that she can pull it with her current equipment. If there's one issue, it's
時間
time. Though she does not know the enemy, she knows that his power is on par with that of a greater dead apostle, which means executing it once or twice will not be enough. The question is how many she must kill it before it stops regenerating.
10分それ以上は使えない
10 minutes is all I have. The executor's matecraft burns the ghoul. Though struck by enough lightning to kill an elephant, the ghoul leaps backwards and launches its counterattack. The executor grits her teeth. This monster is far more resilient than she anticipated. Some time remains until she will fell her foe. So she's in a stalemate for 10 minutes right now. She has no way of knowing how the slight interval will affect the night's conclusion. Yeah, sells out the fight, but she didn't get jobbed out. Thank Christ. Oh my god. I think in the OG she was jobbed out here. I'm trying to remember my brain. It's been a hot minute. What is this? The school is a mess. Everywhere I look, steel and concrete has been gouged. It's like a miniature typhoon passed through before ascending upwards. As fast as Cell was in traversing the city, she couldn't keep up with Arcueid. The battle between Arcueid and Roa must have been already underway. Upstairs! I run through the corridors. Alien sounds of destruction runs through the building. A burning smell lingers in the air. Hey, that was Cell! That was from Cell's attack. My fingernails dig into my left palm, pulling back my consciousness, which slips further away with every step. The painful sting keeps me grounded enough to press forward. It doesn't matter if my nails flay my left hand. As long as my right hand can still wield a knife, it'll be okay. I pass through the hallway and run up the stairs. The sound is closed now. I'm all but certain it's coming from the 3rd floor. Just a little further. I catch up with her. We'll stand a chance. She knows what my eyes can do. She's the type to stay calm and rational during a fight. When she knows that I'm here, she knows how to put me to good use. She can handle the defensive while I go on the attack, just like how we fought Blog. She just needs to hold off Roa. I'll do the rest. No matter what happens, how reckless the plan is, I'll cut a way through. She just needs to hold on. I arrive on the 3rd floor. The deep gashes in the wall stretch down in the hallway, all the way to the passage that connects the school buildings. But, forcing my stumbling feet to pick up the pace, I made a dash for the corridor. I reached a part where the hallway turns into the connecting passage. Finally, I made it to the final battleground. There they were, the corridor center. 2 figures keeping a careful distance. At the far end, I spy Roa, smug in his element. Come closer to me is the corridor center. I see Arcueid kneeling on the floor. Her breath is in disarray. What is this? That's not the Arcueid I know. Her body appears woven with dark threads. She's weak, on the verge of falling apart. Not a window remains of the beautiful moonlight flower I saw in the hotel.
Arcueid!
I run from her, not even taking a second to concern myself with Roa. This hallway might be laced with traps. All that matters is I get to her as fast as possible. However, before I can reach her, a spark cracks through the air. Still kneeling, Arcueid assaults me with a terrible gaze. I can't move? It's like my entire body turned to stone the instant I made her gaze. Huh.
死ぬ思いで駆けつけた仲間をまがんで束縛すると。
How cold of you. Your friend is so ready to meet his demise, and you shackle him with your mystic eyes.
共に死にたいという彼の忠義ぐらい受けてやってもいいだろう。
Such devotion is hard to come by. The least you can do is grant him his wish to die by your side. Rose sounds delighted by the circumstance. His mockery isn't intended for me, but for Arcueid, who's still on the ground.
マガンって、なんで
Your mystic eyes? Why would Arcueid use those against me? Why? Damn it! Why now, after I get caught up with her? Let me go!
どいてくれ、アルクエイド
Let me go to Arcueid! Arcueid refuses to meet my eyes, instead turning back to Roa. She doesn't speak. She has nothing to say to me. Her pained gaze is reserved only for her greatest enemy.
なんで
I can't even raise my voice. Her mystic eyes aren't going to blame for that part. Despite coming so far, this frustration at my own helplessness is extinguishing the fire that somehow kept my body moving.
いいぞ、ようやく覚悟を決めたな、姫君。
At last, our princess has found her fighting spirit.
まったくもって静寂。何しろもう後がない。私を仕留めなければ無残な死体は二つになるからな。
It's now only play you can make to avoid checkmate. Fail to finish me here, and both your corpses will litter these halls.
それが嫌な最後の誇りを見せる。
If such a fate offends you, then show me you still have some semblance of pride. Oh god. Arcueid approaches Rose slowly, one unbothered step at a time. His shoulders, abdomen, and limbs were wrapped and torn with every step he takes. Oh my god, that's cracked. But never more for a moment. His body recovers instantly. Not once does the damage break his stride.
しかし、大したものだ、少年。
You must be quite something, boy.
姫君はお前を逃がすために私と差し違えることにしたらしい。だが
The princess was ready to cast away her life, that you might escape with yours, and yet...
かつての姫君なら恐ろしくもあったが、今の君はただの吸血鬼。神祖としての力も十全に発揮できない。
There was once where you were worthy of the fear you inspire. You are now no more than a common vampire. You let your full potential as a true ancestor slip through your grasp.
悲しい。胸を裂くように悲しい。そして醜い。そこまでの無様を晒すのなら。
It's tragic,
欲望のままに落ちていれば
heart-rending,
よかったのに
and unsightly. If you are going to invite such disgrace, you'd better be off carving your own desire, craving it to your own desires.
黙れ
Shut up! Arcueid's voice rings through the corridor.
一時的な物理現象の書き換え、自然現象、空間にある熱量の自由操作。
I'm sorry, what? Oh yeah, Marble Phantasm. I completely forgot this was a thing. That's on me. The power to temporarily rewrite reality itself. Free manipulation of natural phenomenon. Thermal emerges within a space. Birthright of a true ancestors. All the planet's sense of touch.
まさに想像の権能だ。いかな魔術を極めようと、人間ではお前たちには遠く及ばない。
It's an authority over creation, a power no human could dream of grasping, no matter how existential their magecraft.
しかし、同時にお前たちも人間には直接干渉することはできない。
Yet you cannot interfere directly with humankind.
反応し、学習し、独立し、知恵ある猿として進化した人間は、この星とは違う分類だから。
We've learned apes have become prosperous, educated, independent. We have grown, evolved, and grown separately from this planet.
できることといえば、こうして真空を作るように私にあてがうこと。
The most you can do is create a vacuum in the air around me.
だがこれでは大変。加えて、今の私はお前より優れている。私にあって
Hey, Azrael!
ないものがある。
Tsukihime! Yeah! We're on the last lines of the Arcueid route. But that wouldn't be enough to match me, indeed. I'm now exceed you, for I possess something you don't. Arcueid has stopped breathing, Perville cloaking her very being, like she's abandoning all of herself in a bid to gather strength.
わかるだろう。そう、死の実体
You know what I speak of, the experience of death.
験。私はそれを知っている。お前は知らない。
I have known what it is, while you have not.
それ
Me
は
still
私
waiting for Red Guard ending. Me too, brother.
生
Me
きている
too.
限り生物は死を体験し得ない。
I'll drop my money so fast for it.
転生者たるこの
Oh shit, you just
私
reminded me I
だ
need
け
to
の
get
特権だ。
Holorexia. Fuck! Anyway, this is the devastating difference between us. What which yet lives cannot experience death. It is a privilege only I, as one who reincarnates, may savor. Wait, that's bullshit. I want to play a Kia remake fruit, please. I felt that one. I want to play Hisui. I really need to know what changed with Hisui's route. The darkness rise around Arcueid grows more pronounced. I have to stop her. Even if it means grabbing her and slapping her cheek. I have to stop her. If I don't, then...
人は未知を
Bro, still T-posing! Stop!
超越者である
Chill! Fucking disrespectful. People instinctively fear the unknown. The same applies to true ancestors, transcendent though they are.
しかし、いかに神秘を学ぼうと、どれほど長寿の生物がいようと、無に帰る。
No matter how long they live, or how much of their lives they dedicate to study of arcane, they can never experience the return of nothingness, death, in its truest form.
お前たちは死を拒むことでその強大な力を得るが、同時に弱さをも作り上げる。
By rejecting death, you have gained great strength, but you have also compounded your weakness.
死を避ける貴様と死を受け入れた私。
While you invaded death, I embraced it, molded by it.
アルクエイド・ブリュンステッドミハイル・ロア・バルダムヨンの質の違い。
This is what set Michael Roa Valvignon apart from Arcueid Brunstad.
私は今も人として人の時代に生きている。時代から外れた亡霊に過ぎぬお前に
I am a man, living in the age of mankind. I will not be condemned by a specter wandering outside its own time. The crisp sounds cut through the hallway. The corridor windows are being coded, overridden by something else. Oh, can Roa not see it? This enormous swell of power that's not even death can predate. If you still wish to challenge me, then I won't stop you. Your flesh will suffer recompose of 1,000 years. Following that, of course. My gracious host will enjoy the revenge he so desires. His mouth twists into a smile, a crescent moon of malice. Roa turns his gaze towards me. Those eyes foretell the delight he will take in killing me and sating the grudge of his flesh, of Shiki.
つまらない。交渉はそれで終わりか、ゲロ。
Oh shit, I tire of this. Are you finished, servant? Oh shit, she locked in! He's locked. Arcueid's surroundings are terraformed, boy, as though she was recalling the planet's way of being, its atomic structure etched deeply into the atmosphere of memory.
確かに、私は堕落した。
I have indeed fallen. But that does not matter. It isn't worthy of regret. She draws in a breath as soon as she was seeking to devour it. Yes, madam, she's locked the fuck in. Ah.
消えろ。お前に私の指揮は殺させない。
Be gone. You will not kill my Shiki. Get yourself a significant partner like this, guys. Holy shit. The world shifts. It takes on an appearance I never seen before. Even outside of her universe, my body is constricted by the intense, unseeable pressure. I can't even begin to imagine how horrifying it must be for Roa, locked in the confines. We're sending him to Brazil, chat! Let's go! There's no Magecraft Foundation, no ether? Wait, Magecraft can't be realized here. It doesn't even count as magical depletion from the order is incomplete. This is... Arcueid slowly erases her hand. Oh. Sorry, my brain's trying to remember. My throat refuses to cooperate. Every part of me wants to scream that this is wrong. But surely, this will kill Roa. Don't mind me. That shit's metal. But at the same time, it will all be over. She'll lose what little still remains of inside her. I know this too well, but I can't produce a single sound. I can't tell if he's simping or like he's just having the best day of his life. Anyway, of course, this is which forms the celestial body. My Pantheon, the primordial one who corrupted me. Oh, he's Ew. Ew. Ah, what a gift. A blessing. A benefiction. The answer to that question is answered in Cell's route. Lol. I had a feeling. I'm correct. My theory was right all along. Death by T-posing. The vampire trapped in a pit of suffering cries out in joy. And with disgust emanating from her every moment. Ew. The woman expunges him like she was swatting a fly. Oh, fuck, he dead! Oh my god! He outie! When I open my eyes, Roa's no more. Yeah, no fucking shit! She fucking killed him! He was distorted, severed, and finally compressed. The corridor has returned to its former reality. It seems like a phantasmal state was only a momentary. The passage is the same as it ever was. Fucked up and ruined. Of course, of course. Only Roa feet remain. Arcueid, you had one job. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I know I sound ungrateful as fuck, right, when I say this. You had one job, and you couldn't even get the feet. We're cooked. We're cooked. When you sorry, my brain's like when you deal with a motherfucker who regens like a truck, like Deadpool over here. You gotta get every atom, and yet the battle could never end so easily. You truly are the Lord of all evil, the canopy covering the cosmos, that yet eludes the boundaries of human intellect. Bro! His shoes! It feels so disrespectful. Also, how is Roa talking? That's the actual question. Like, how is he telepathically talking to us with the lack of existing? A wet noise echoes. Ew! Ew, it sounds so gross. Ew. I'm just gonna skip. Just make it. Stop it. Ew. And then, a revolting process unfolds. Every step Roa is rebuilt. Ankle, thigh, back. His other leg sprouts forth, following by his torso, and then his arms. Yo, shoutouts to Roa for being nice enough to regen his clothes with him. You know. That is a sight to behold. This is awesome. I'm sorry. At last, you'll be surpassed by the progress Magecraft has made in recent years, even in compromise to your divine might. I gotta argue with the friend later about this. Anyway, an automatic incantation was triggered upon the caster's destruction. For instance, no longer lies within the realm of conjecture. Yeah, Shiki, I felt that too. My voice fails to reach her. Still kneeling on the floor, Arcueid can't even lift up her head anymore. Your efforts were in vain. From the very beginning. 800 years of hunting me. All for naught. The death of the flesh is a mere rite of passage for me. Even should this vessel perish, a new Roa will be reborn into the world of men. Now know the true immortality perfected within me. Death, darkness. I have seen them. I have crossed the barren oblivion time and again. I'm gonna, I'm good. I want to punch him. I want to punch him. I want to punch him so badly. Still, I must admit, that was a narrow escape. It was presenting a choice to my awaken tonight. Had it not been a full moon, reconstruction of myself from my ankles would have been, well, not possible.
そして姫君、お前はこの傷からは蘇生はできない。
Ayo.
私の爪はそこにいる男と同じ能力だからな。
My claws possess the same power of a young guest. No, he has mystic eyes of death perception in his hand. Well, yes, but no. From what I understand, Roa can only sap life away. He can't just delete it like Shiki. I can't move. Art. I call out to her, but it's too late. Roa's hole once more sliced through her stomach. It's effortless, like cutting a line. There's no tearing of flesh, no spilling of blood. She falls and remains completely motionless on the cold floor.
これが死を体験した末に得た力だ。
This is the power one gains upon experienced death.
皮肉な話だが、私自身もこれの使い道はわからなかった。
How very ironic that even I failed to comprehend its usage.
サンプルとして享受してくれたのは彼でね。何？コツさえつかめばどうということ。
Oh.
幾度死を見てきた私にとって、物の死を読むことは。
It's time to lock in, Shiki. Kill his morbid butt. I hope so too. I really do. It was he who instructed me the way of example, and now I grasp the principle. It feels almost intuitive. After witnessing death as often as I have, reading the death of things is but child's play. Arrogantly boasting of his achievements, Roa kicks Arcueid to the side. Oh my god, that's so disrespectful. There, crackles on impact. She's sent flying away. Holy shit! I can move! The effect of her mystic eyes must have worn off, meaning Arcueid's powers is completely spent. Shaking away the thought, I pulled her into my arms. The instant I do, I met with a horrid realization. Her body is unbelievably cold. What little heat remains feels like a flicker of a dying candle. I pull my glasses back on, out of instinctive fear. Ro is still there, right in front of us. But I don't care. All that matters to me is saving Arcueid. Arcueid! I call for her. She opens her eyes slowly, as if stirred by the deep slumber. No, you were cooking? But you didn't go for the fucking feet! God damn it! Haha, I must have looked so lame, huh? Overall, 8 out of 10. The lack of feet is what ruined it. Anyway, she smiles at me. It's a faint smile that brightens the feels stitched together. You... What the hell are you saying? Why? Why did you... My voice can barely make a sound. I wish I had the right words. I wish I knew what to say, but something's wrong with me. I can't even think right now. Arcueid's body is frigid in my arms. How horrifyingly so. If I wasn't wearing my glasses, I undoubtedly be witnessing something even more horrifying. And I really, really don't want to see that. Rose being such a nice gentleman not killing us as our girlfriend dies in our arms, as he stands like a couple of feet away. Cool. Why? 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 All my mouth can from is repeated nonsense. My frustration, myself reached a peak. I pulled Arcueid close, more tightly than ever before. But that won't put strength back into her veins. Not a sliver of energy remains within her. The only thing left is a content smile on her face.
嘘だ。
No, this can't be happening.
どうしてこんな、どうして一人でこんなことするんだよ。
Why? Why did you do this? Why did you come here all alone?
俺たちは仲間だろ。協力するって、最後まで助けてやるって、ちゃんと言ったのに。
We were going to see through this together. I told you I would help.
そっか。そういえばそうだったね。
Right, you did say that, didn't you?
なんか忘れちゃった。
I must have forgotten.
忘れるなよ、そんなこと。
Don't forget something like that, damn it.
これじゃ俺は
Where does
じ
this
ゃないか。
leave me?
お前を助けるって言ったのに。ちゃんと助けるって言ったのに。
I promise,
助けて
but
やれなかった。
I couldn't do anything for you at all.
ううん。そんなことないよ、シキ。
You're wrong, Shiki.
私、あなたにいっぱい助けてもらったもの。
You've helped me a whole lot.
だから助けてもらうのはもういいんだ。
So, it's okay. You don't have to help me anymore. She coughed weakly. The blood drips from the corner of her pained smile.
だからお礼にこれぐらいはしなくちゃって。
That's why I need to pay you back, at least.
うん。ちょっと無理しちゃったけど。
Though, I might have been pushed myself a bit hard.
最後にロアから式を守れてよかった。
But I'm glad I could protect you from Roa. At the very end. Like I said, Roa's being such a Chad for just letting this happen. My breath catch. Arcueid no longer... Can Arcueid no longer see? She doesn't know about her wounds or even that Roa's still alive. Her time has stopped before that. The moment she was struck with that final blow, that was the end for her. Stop. Please. Stop. I can't say a word. My throat is stuck, and I refuse to move. But I can't bear to rouse her from her dream. Ah,
ありがとう。
thank you. You saved me. I'm losing my mind. I can barely force to lie out my throat. The color is fading from her eyes. Her body temperature is fading to nothing. I'm losing her. I'm going to lose her forever.
アルクエイド。俺の血を飲め。
Oh, okay.
そうすれば力が戻るんだろう。お前は。
That is true. Arcueid doesn't reply. She just shakes her head faintly. So faintly I almost missed it.
なんで
Why not?
まだ怖いとか言ってるのか。いいからよく聞けよ。前に言ってたよな。 もしも鳥や魚に自分と同じぐらいの知性があったら食べられるかって。
Are you still scared? Listen to me. You once asked me if I eat birds and fish if they're as intelligent as me,
俺
right?
は食うぞ。食わなきゃ生きていけないからな。
Well, you know what? I would. If I need to, in order to live, I would.
生きるために奪うことは自然界じゃ当たり前のことなんだろ。
Taking the lives of others to survive is just how nature works, isn't it? That's what you told me. So why? Why are you shaking your head with such pity in your eyes?
私もしもの話って好きじゃない。
I don't like to talk about what ifs. She flatly refuses me. The words she used were my own. Damn it. You told me you like what ifs. You said if you felt like there was salvation to be found in them.
そう
Really,
俺は
I
好きだぞ。
quite enjoyed them.
たとえ詭弁っぽくてもさ。
Even if they sound like philosophy crap,
それなりにどこか
there's a sense of salvation you can. Salvation you can find in them. I want to say. I can't. My throat is trembling too much. I can hardly make a sound.
そうだったね。けど今はそれよりもっと欲しいものがあるんだ。
Oh, that's right. But you know, there's something else I want more right now.
欲しいもの。
Something else?
いい。何でもしてやるから。
Go on, tell me. I'll do it. Just say the word.
式にね、キスしてほしい。
Okay, I want you to kiss me. What the hell? Are you okay with something so simple? I bring my lips against hers. It's neither sweet nor as soft as it was once upon a time, as it is her cold lips against mine, a kiss without warmth. She smiled so happily, so honestly, once we're done.
よかった。憧れてたから、こういうの。
Thank goodness, I always wanted to do that sort of thing.
そっか。変なものに憧れてたんだな。
Yeah, that's a weird thing to want.
なんだか嬉しい。たったそれだけのことなのに、すごく気持ちよかった。
It is,
ずっ
isn't
と
it?
長く生きてきたけど、今ぐらい幸せな時間はなかったよ。
I'm strangely glad though. It's so simple, but it felt so good. I lived such a long life, but I've never been this happy before. Then don't.
このまま消えてなくなってもいいかなって
I wouldn't
思
even
えちゃっ
mind
た。
disappearing, just like this. She softly uttered those words. With that, every bit of warmth leaves.
Arcueid.
Where's Arcueid? No reply. Though her body is right there, I still feel her softness in my embrace. I can still recall a voice clear as day. It's gone. I will never hear it again. Fucking mushroom man. I got caught crying. How could she pass away abruptly without giving me any chance to say anything thoughtful? I've never been able to forget this. Her death was this awful, quite feeling that threatens to drive me insane. For as long as I live, I'll carry them with me. Footsteps. The man who observed us has resumed his approach.
終わったかね式
Brother was just watching us! What the fuck? Get the fuck out! Are you? I can't even read Roa's fucking shit. I'm so upset. I gently lowered the remains of the pale flower in my arm.
終わっちまった。
Yeah, it's over. I lift my head to her face, to face her enemy. Blah. That got me fucked up. That got me actually fucked up. Alright, well, the boys are fighting. Whatever. Anyway, we faced off in the moonlit corner. Roa doesn't move. The fact that he saw fit to simply watch in silence is proof that he's revolting confidence.
しかし生きていたのは予想の外だったよ
I admit your survival was most unexpected. Rose speaks at me as if nothing happened. I take off my glasses and draw my knife.
死が見える人間というものは死から逃れる術に長けているということ生命力の強い弱いの問題ではない
I suppose those who can see death are quite adept to eluding it. A weak or strong life form matters little.
まあ往生際が悪いとも言うがね
Or perhaps we're merely sore losers. We're both living pieces of filth. We failed to die when we're supposed to. And we've made half-dead since.
死から帰ってきた者は死というものを理解できる
To return from death is to understand it.
私と君はその中でもさらに特別な能力があったケース
Although you and I are even rarer since having gained the powers upon our return.
私はこの極点に到達するまで16回もの死を体験してきたがそちらはただの一度だけか
Reaching this apex took a full 16th death for me. For you, however, it was only one.
正直才能の違いだろうなもしその体に転生していたらどれほどの異能になったのか興味深く
I suppose it comes down to inborn talent. I admit a curiosity towards what abilities I would have acquired had I reincarnated in your body. No, keep your leech ass self over there. Fuck off. He's so goddamn conceited. His smug voice grates my ears, summoning another headache.
2つ聞くことがあって1つだけ教えてやることがある
I have 2 questions to ask of you, and 1 thing to show you. Despite this headache filling my cranium, I demand 1 final conversation with him.
ほういいだろう言ってみたまえ
How compelling. Go on, speak. His demeanor was one of absolute confidence, of a man who considers himself every bit of my superior. This whole situation amuses him, which is good. The more he acts as though he's a person, a creature with intelligence and mind, the more I remember my rage. A scornful smile graced my lips, now that I no longer had to adhere to it.
1つ目に聞くことが一番大事なんだけどさ
My first question is the most important.
お前なんでアルクエイドを殺した
Why? Why did you kill Arcueid?
なぜもあるまい 自分の命が狙われているんだ。殺し返すのは当然だろう。
Did I need a reason? She sought to kill me. I repaid her in kind.
もっとも、私が欲しかったものは弱りきった姫君ではなかった。今回の私なら最高の状態に仕上げた彼女を解体できた。
That said, it's not the weakness
その
princess
機
who
会
I
は
desired.
失われた。
As I am now, though, I could have dismantled her even more in her most perfect state. Yet, that chance is lost.
一回の吸血鬼と変わらぬ神素で手に入れても意味はない。
There's nothing more to gain from a true ancestor, fallen to the level of a common vampire.
よって価値がないと判断し始末。
But is capping he
こんな
is!
結果に終わったのは私にとっても残念だよ。
And so I judge her as worthless and finish her accordingly. This conclusion was a tragic one for me as well. His lips curled into a grin. My head hurts. Every muscle in me wants to move, to stop him from breathing. I can't stand the thought of him living even a second longer.
さて、それでこの後はどうする？
Well then, what will you do now?
まさか
You
そ
can't
の
possibly
体
mean
で
to
私と
fight
や
me
り
in
合おう
such
という
poor
腹でも
condition.
あるまい。
Does he know?
無様な抵抗ほど冷めるものはないぞ。殺人鬼。
Nothing sours the appetite like ungainly resistance, little slasher. He's telling me I already know. My dizziness overtakes me. I drop to my knees. Wait, what's this second question? I no longer possess the strength to stand up straight, but something draws my eye.
よせよせ。いくら私の死を見たところで触れられなければ意味はないし、その繊維は間違えている。
Even though you can perceive my death, you can never touch me. You're astronomically mistaken.
間違えている。
Mistaken?
そうだ。君は私の敵にはなり得ない。
Correct. You are no threat to me.
性能の差を言っているのではない。殺害が可能か不可能かの例えでもない。
I speak not of difference in ability, however such a killing is possible in theory.
君にはある一点において、私を敵にする心理が欠けている。
You lack one thing, the conviction to make me your foe. It's not the first time his words has carried anything of value. Nothing he ever said or will ever say is worth committing to memory, but just not now, it feels like his words contain a vital truth.
私は君の能力を高く買っている。
I hold your ability in great esteem.
どうも式としての人格は消えつつあるらしい。当の式への恨みを晴らした以上、今の私は式寄りではなく、ロア寄りということか。
It seems that my persona as Shiki is abiding, not that he avenged himself. I suppose I became more Roa than Shiki. He approaches, with every footstep, as if to contour of his forms fade away. Is this illusion? It must be. Reality couldn't just melt away like this. So, it must be my vision is just fading. Rage and loathing towards him. Rage and loathing towards myself. My emotions mix, bubbles, boiled, rattled, the line that barely keeps them contained. Yes, somewhere beyond my rational thoughts, Cicada cries at the summer beacon. From the hollow shell I call myself, something gushes outward, something that must not be defined.
この力は素晴らしいだろう、式。
This power is incredible, Shiki.
喜び
Oh, I know
むしろ
what
長
Roa
押しにできる
power
の
is.
は私たちぐらい
It's
のもの
oh.
なくしてしま
Sorry,
う
my
のは
brain just had a
何よ
realization.
り我々は同じもの
Fuck. Anyway,
誰よりも
rejoice.
理解できるだろう
For only we possess mystic eyes of depth perception. It would be a shame to lose such a rare power when we are one and the same. Don't you see it? We share understanding, you and
パ
I.
ートナーとしてこれほど心強いものはいない
Indeed, no partner could be more reassuring.
仲間になれと言っているのか。
Are you asking me to join you?
まさか仲間にしてやるんだよこの私がな君の意志なぞ知らないそんな不純物は
Oh, he's gonna bite him like a fucking weirdo. Okay.
安心しろその血を吸い上げ魂まで略奪した後
Ew.
君を何のためらいもなく死を行使できる存在に仕立て上げよう
Fear not. Once I drink your blood and pillage even your soul, I will mold you into a being which can wield death without hesitation. The distance between us doesn't matter. As long as he is in front of me, it'll be fine. As long as I'm still alive, it'll be
あ
fine.
と一つ。お前に見えているものは生き物だけの話だな。
One more question. You can only see lines on living things, right?
当然だろう生物でなければ命はない
Naturally. Only that which lives possess life.
命の源である箇所は生き物にしかありえない
The points from which life originates can only be found within living beings.
やっぱり。ガテンが言ったよ、吸血鬼。
Thought so. It's all lines up now, vampire. I squeeze my knife in my hand. All of me freezes over as my experience to my heart. My brain knows only agony. But it isn't enough. It's nowhere near enough. I go further. There's no cause of hesitation. The woman who has rebunked me has already left this world.
腑に落ちんな最後の言葉にしては不相応だ
Ever the enigma. How horribly unfitting. As final words go.
まあいいおしゃべりは終わりにしようどこぞに隠れている教会の女の始末もある
No matter. The time for chatter is long past. We must put an end to the executor's sulking nearby.
喜べよしき私のしもべにした後の最初の相手を頼りにしている
Oh,
あの
fuck
女
you! Take heart, Cheeky. After I make you my servant, the woman you relied on will be your first foe. That's the kind of provocation I was waiting for. I'll give him exactly what he wants. No morality, sensibility remains. I can't recall any products, forms. The flesh that formed my being has rotted away. That which claims me to be me is now lost. I don't know what it means to be human anymore. What is this line? Ah, there we go. Sorry. What is this line? Bro is tweaking. You know what? I'm all for it for him, honestly. Oh my goodness. The man halted suddenly, his face frozen. His body, which has lost its brass for living, has sudden unborn fetus.
待てなんだこれ
Wait, what is this? His word is unchanged, his experience not shortcoming. There's nothing he could have sensed, nothing he can offer some threats.
なぜ私の足も
Why are my legs shaking? But that's precisely the sorts of terror in his eyes.
俺とお前が見ているものは違うよ、吸血鬼。
We see different things, vampire. My body feels like it's set ablaze.
お前は命を見ているだけだ。死を理解していない。だから俺も殺せず、弱りきった女しか殺せない。
You only see life, you don't understand death. That's why you couldn't kill me. And that's why you can only kill the weakened woman. My brain is white hot.
死が見えているのなら、正気でなんかいられない。お前
If
に
you can only see death,
物を
you
言い
have
して
lost
い
your
る
sanity long ago. All you see are parts that sustain life.
死が見えるのなら、とても立ってなんていられない。
If you can really see death, you wouldn't be standing right now. The surface is like the surface of the moon, the wasteland of extinction. Seeing the depth of things is to be tossed into a vague, fragile world. A world where there is no ground below. Even the sky appears fragile, as it will fall at any moment. What are you
何のこと
spouting?
を言っている貴様
Roa wavers with every word. That's only fair. You can't comprehend a single thing I'm saying. There's only one explanation. Our eyes will be similar, but they're entirely distinct.
やめろその目で私を見るな
Stop it. Don't look at me with those eyes. Fears is mixed with his voice. Rose Summarize is so aptly before. People distinctively fear the unknown.
1秒先にも世界すべてが死んでしまいそうなサッカーをお前は知らない。
You don't know what it's like to live with the illusion of the entire world might die at any
それ
second.
が死を見るということだ。
This is what it truly means to see death.
この目は得意げに語れるものじゃない。
These eyes are nothing to boast about. There was a time where I'd be afraid to even walk around. If it wasn't for her, I would have lost my mind long ago.
それがお前の勘違いだ、吸血鬼。
You're some completely, utterly wrong vampire.
命と死は背中合わせでいるだけで永遠に顔を合わせることはないものだ。
Life and death might be two sides of the same coin, but that means they'll never, ever meet.
その目で私を見るなと言っている
I said not to look at me with those eyes! His footfalls close in, but his lightning speed from before is long gone. The price he paid for using too much of his power on Arcueid. In that case, there is no need to affirm my theory any further.
教えてやる。これが物を殺すということだ。
I'll show you what it means to kill. The single stab is many times clearer. A moment later, the corner groans in agony as it collapsed beneath our feet. Roa's screams drowned out collapse by the crumbling concrete. The corridor was killed. Devoid of meaning and purpose, it disintegrated into nothing. Caught with the passage collapse, Roa fell and crushed by the debris. Oh my God. Shiki is a motherfucker I don't want to meet at night. I'm gonna be so honest with you. Unnatural destruction. The corridor in which stretched between me and the other buildings is the only part that collapsed, as though it was made of different material. Ignoring the cries of my aching head and frozen body, I descended the stairs. I survived the second beneath the moonlight. I surveyed a scene beneath the moonlight. What was once the courtyard is now a sea of rubble, and it's very certain something disturbs the surface. He really is filth. Though I'm on the verge of collapsing, I climb the rubble. Loa's row of body part is gone. Erased. It doesn't even regenerate, as if a part of him was decreed by destiny to no longer exist. But his upper half, having dragged himself out of the rubble, is still functional as ever. Nothing else. I have to respect his willingness to cling to life. What was that? The monster swoosh around in the sea of his own blood. Will he recover? It looks like it. What a quick adaptation. If neither resurrection nor regeneration can be of service to him, he'll simply create what he needs. It's remarkable vampiric approach. In a few minutes, I'm sure he will craft an adequate replacement of his lower body. I step over the rubble towards my target. The monster looks up and stares at me. Its eyes filled with malice so pure, so dense, it really looks to overflow. Monster, you damnable monster! His voice dripped with loathing. Its severed waist and new lower half rapidly starts to congregate. The blood starts to cover the rubble with thick crimson phlegm, reserves its course, flowing inward like a video on rewind.
どっちが
Who is the monster here? I murder a response, then I relax my right hand. The thing pointed a little to the right of its heart. I thrust. The blade sinks smoothly into his chest. It's like stabbing through paper. This is but its unexpectedly sense of death. He looks so offended. He looks so offended. I'm sorry. He's like, what? Did you actually stab that at me? Oh, sorry, I killed the mood. But this man already experienced death plenty of times, in one form or another. He knows what the sensation means better than anyone.
恐ろしくはないだろう。お前にとっては馴染んだ道だ。違うところがあるとすれば、一つだけ。
Not so bad, is it? You've been down the road before, so there's just this one difference.
今度は帰ってこられない。
This time, you won't be coming back. He withdrew the knife and turned around. Its life has already ended. A quick and easy death, even simpler than closing one's eyes. I'm dazed. My body may be at its limit, but my mind is past that. Shiki, did you double tap? Hold on. Hold on. Did Shiki double tap? No, he just shanked him like once. Not Shiki. Shiki, you gotta shank him like 2 more times, bro. I know you hit him in the... We're dealing with motherfuckers that can regen from death, bro. Trust me. Do it. Do it. Arcueid mentioned something about this. I shouldn't look at death for too long. That if I push myself, the blood vessels in my brain will rupture and burn out. None of that matters to me. This is how things are going to play out. If I was okay winding up my broke... I'm so tired, I'm sorry. I should finish Roa faster. If I had, then maybe she might still... Huh? I collapse face down on the ground. There's a pain in my ankle. When I turn to look to see who it is, a monster dragging itself forward with only its right arm. Oh my god. Squirming, writhing, he climbs atop my fallen body. His bloody hand wrapped around my neck and squeezed. Why am I dying? Why? How? How? Did you kill me? 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 A maw jagged teeth opened and reached for my throat. Oh shit. You should have double tapped, Cheeky. Ew. I will not perish. We are connected. In you, the chain of my existence will continue. Nah, fuck that. Fangs meet flesh. They pierce the fragile skin of my neck. Oh, thank God, that was a graze. That means he's gone. In a single moment, Roa is sliced into thousands of pieces. Phew, that was a close one. Before me stands Cell, her blades in hand. She's alive and well, and albeit short on breath. Stealing kills. Oh dear, it seems I'm the one who killed him. I'm not really following her here. I'm the one telling you I killed Roa. Meaning all the credit and responsibility falls to me. You won't get any of it. Ah, I see what she's doing here. So senpai, I love you! But we really did do the heavy lifting. I'm not even gonna hold you. So go on, go home empty-handed, having failed to accomplish any of it at all. Cell smugly puts a hand on her hip to pronounce her words. She's so unfair. Just when I thought I'd never smile again, she forced one out of me. Those are just semantics. Is that so? I don't think there's anything wrong with a kind line, though. Even hypocrisy can bring a certain sense of salvation. It's not the first time I heard those words like that. It sounded like someone would say when I told her I hate what ifs. You're right. If somewhere, somehow, there's still some salvation left, then it's not my first time I heard words like that. They sound a lot like when someone said, I told her I hate what ifs. Oh, sorry. How happy that would be. Oh, wait. We got bigger things to worry about now. Are you okay? Did he bite you? So quickly, Laura's self-examining my fallen body. My consciousness is slipping. My brain wants to rest. It doesn't want to keep thinking.
遠野くんってば
You dead! Her voice fades into the distance. Remorse, regret, headaches craving into my brain, warmth lingering on my palms. All of them were fading away into nothingness, like a fever cooling after a long night. I remember looking up at the moonlight, like this one long ago. Though my eyes stayed open, my mind shuts down, like someone switched off a monitor. Oh, oh dear. I got really scared. I'm not gonna lie. Ah, it is not the end. Okay, yes, I'll like to save. There's more. I guess I lied. Okay, this has to be the epilogue. I'm gonna tap out for now. I feel a lot. I need to cry in the corner. Okay. And I know shit gets worse, apparently. So interesting. That's for next week, Angie. Anyway, thank you everyone for coming in on this surprise stream. I just really wanted to get this out there because I felt like I robbed y'all low key with all the stream scuff of last time. But yeah, Rose dead. Arcueid's dead. My pride is dead. I'm a crying son of a bitch. I literally have tears in my eyes. I don't know what was going on. I didn't even know I could read. Anyway, thank you guys again, and I'll see you next stream. Bye bye.